Hello, everybody, and welcome to People in the Boxes, episode 105. Let's go. Let's get it. Share it out. Hit that like button. People in the Boxes, Thursday night, 8 o'clock Central Time. Let's go.
Welcome to People in the Boxes.
All right, guys. It is August 1st, Thursday night. Like I said, 8 o'clock Central Time. People in the Boxes aims to bring people more perspective on the human condition. You know, we all have to live it, but we each live a little bit differently. And the only way to sort of broaden your mind on what other people think is to get some perspective on it. And so tonight we have a pretty laid back, if you will, or possibly a frizzy type topic. It's going to be an interesting one because it seems like a pretty common type topic, but talking about hair tonight, but there's a lot to hair, ups and downs, if you will. And we actually have our friend Kim with us as usual. Kim, what's up? How are you?
I'm tired. Week 2 of teaching, first month back it's exhausting.
Yeah, well, we'll try to go easy on you. Hopefully we can get some other viewpoints up here on the screen. I did put the link out, guys. As usual, we highly encourage, if not require, more people to come up on screen and to share your points of view on the topic. You might be, and Kim brought it up, however annoyingly she decided to try to poke me with it. I told her, look, that is a perspective. If you're somebody has like hyper alopecia, I know someone that has alopecia, and he's the guy that got me on the Locals platform. Shouts out to the indoorfarmer.locals.com community. But it's not like that major of a case. So there are actual people that have little to no hair, but that is a perspective, that none of us will be able to live or be able to understand unless we were able to hear from somebody like that. And so let's hear from you guys. We're going to get into it. Let me get some music playing here. Get some of my friendly blues up in the house. We're going to look up some stuff too. I want to find out like the percentage of people that have that, and if there's probably more than one thing as well. 1 second here.
There's different types of alopecia.
Right. Like there's like an eczema too that probably would be like caught like an issue with hair, because eczema is a whole nother, it's a skin issue, but your hair and your skin match up pretty closely, right? And we're gonna get into a few other things. I had a good episode last night on We Grow Wednesday. Shouts out to Grow Fam. I had my friend Hamad on, and he talked a little bit about a lot of things. And I know you disagreed with him on some things, and that's fine. But the one thing that he was talking about, hair is a very good way to test some things in your body. Now, Ashley Huffman was in the house in the comments, and she brought up the same goes with your the stool, if you will, in the potty. Your potties is another way to test things, but your hair is used for testing a lot of times. Like the hair follicle test, which used to be like a drug test that they would do.
Yeah, it's not just hair follicles that they test. I had a friend that was in the Army, and he got dishonorably discharged because he came up positive on a urine test for coke.
Oh snap!
And he swore up and down that he didn't use, and he was going bald. And he shaved everything except the very back patch of his head, just in case, like he was trying to fight it.
Hey, Steve-O's in the house.
Test. on not more than just things show up in your hair like poison.
Oh.
Like if somebody, if somebody gets accused of poisoning you with arsenic or something, that shows up in your hair too. And it's not just the follicles; it shows up in the length of your hair.
Well, we're gonna get into like what do we think hair is? Steve-O should know a little bit about hair. I mean, he's probably should have his own hairline. And as it were, Steve-O and I are using that Master Rochi's beard oil, making the beards look better and more vibrant than ever. So I've never been a hair products guy. Like I use in the shower, I use a shampoo that also is a conditioner and a body wash. Like I don't go after I don't worry about the hair in the shower, but now I have to worry about the beard more, man. That dry beard hair, there's almost nothing worse than like trying to deal with the facial hair versus my head,
Yeah, the hair on your face is different. It's more wiry and coarse usually. And I would think, I don't know because I don't have that kind of hair on my face, but I would think that it gets like brittle and it probably hurts your hair follicles.
Yeah,
You don't moisturize.
got to keep it soft for sure, or it's like little needles. When you just touch it way down here, if it's real stiff, it's like stuck with a needle. And yeah,
Ouch.
you know what I'm saying, Waylon. You've had that with your mustache, I guarantee it. Where you go to drink and all of a sudden, bam! It's like, what was there? A stick in there, or what was it? Stab me.
The mustache for sure because it's shorter, and I think it's a thicker hair than on top as well. It's good, Kenny. Kenny, I saw you yesterday commenting away during the We Grow Wednesday. Shouts out, brother. I wasn't able to, read a lot of the comments. Yeah, Dreadful in the house. What's up, Dreadful?
Hey, Dreadful. Yeah, I'm waiting on my sandwich, and I was like, well, I know a thing or two about hair. I'm a hairy guy. You remember when my hair there for the longest time was so bushy and long, Waylon, and then
you got it cut pretty good there for.
I did this undercut, so it got rid of a lot of that bush,
Do you have curly hair?
What's that?
Do you have curly hair?
Hi, Greg.
No, it's pretty straight.
What's up, DJ? What's up, Brenda, Terry, Cindy? What's up, everybody? If you could, please hit that like button. We'll get you in on a spin wheel for a game night ticket. Even if you're not a subscriber, later on, we'll do that. I'm actually going to spin 2 number wheels or number spins tonight. Shouts out to my newest subscriber, Thomas. See if he comes back through. I hope he gets a number on the Facebook side. You know what, guys? I totally missed it. I meant to hit that 710. I had it ready. The Dabbing Dragon's hot and ready, hot and steady to go. Speaking of hot, have you ever smelled burning hair?
Oh, it's disgusting.
Yeah, I just I burn it on my hot banger. I leaned forward and I cinched a bunch of it off. It fell off right here on this side. I can still smell it.
Probably one of the most disgusting smells is like when you're processing animals that you've killed for food, like pigs or chickens or stuff like that.
What about it?
Well, when you say you work at a chicken farm and, they kill the chickens, they have to take the feathers off and they electrocute them or something. They use electric and it burns and it's like hell. It's just.
I could imagine that. I kind of imagine that same smell when they do the hair follicle like removal, like the laser hair removal,
like electrolysis.
Yeah, like permanent bikini waxing kind of thing with lasers. Like, could you imagine? Yeah, it'll just laze a little bit right there next to my ball sack. Oh, ouch! Like.
That's a big no can do.
Well, they do it for faces too. Like, could you imagine never having to shave again? You decide the shape and that's it. Like you shape like for me, I have to shave. Like it might not look like we have to shave it, guys, but like I have to shave. Let me see if I can point to it. Like all of this area here
Yeah.
like starts to grow in as well, and even up around my mustache. So I actually trim and line it all up. And if you could just do that with a laser one time, oh man.
You know what though? The thing is that those lasers don't work on light colored hair. So if you're gray or blonde, you have to have color
Really?
pigment to the hair that they laser
Why
off.
is that?
It doesn't work.
I wonder why that is. Huh. Feathers are taken off after they're hung by steam and heat. Oh, okay. Steam and heat. Let's add them up. Maybe they might be killed with electricity, but
No, they don't come
Tyson
with
for 12
electricity.
years.
They shock them or something to get the
Brazilian wax, Elisa May, or would you take a permanent lasering of the Brazilian?
I would take a permanent lasering.
I wonder what that
Well,
costs.
with waxing, man, pull freaking skin and everything else off.
Yeah, I would take the pain one last time, and just be done with it. If I was a lady, lady parts are just as sensitive, so I imagine that a lot of people would be turned off to it just as I would be. I'd be like, well, hey,
So I have this friend that's a hair stylist. When you go to beauty college, you don't just learn to do hair, you learn to do waxing and makeup, and you learn to do everything.
Beauty school
Yeah,
dropout.
he was gay, and when he was going to beauty school, they offer people that are in training, they offer services at a discounted price for people to come in and get services through people that are learning, right? And he said he used to have this lady that would come in and request him, but she had a crush on him, but he was gay, and she always wanted a Brazilian.
Oh wow.
He was like, oh hell no.
Yeah, that would be like trying to pick up on your gynecologist. He's not too attracted to you probably at the moment.
Right.
As patients go, you're a different one. So
right.
Brenda says chickens are I guess she's saying chickens are hung live by their feet and then they get their heads chopped off. They get cut open and everything they go through. Either they sit in the chiller for 2 hours, and they get deboned. Oh wow. Tyson, they got it down to a assembly line,
We eat a lot of chicken, that's for sure.
We do. I think chicken's being eaten more than anything else, and I don't know if it's really that compared to other meats. I don't know if it's really that good for you.
I don't eat chicken.
No, it seems to be in so much. Like some hot dogs have chicken in it. So.
I eat chicken more than I eat meat, beef. Beef is expensive.
When I was in elementary school, there was a guy that had a crush on me, and we were sitting there at lunch eating, and we were eating chicken that was on the bone, and he kept picking the damn veins off the chicken and flicking them on me, and that grossed me out. So I wouldn't eat chicken for a long time after that. And then I used to bodybuild when I was in the military. I used to. What?
This is a new development from you. Do you know this?
My dear, there is so much about me that you have no clue about.
Man, I know a lot about you. I watch your Sunday show.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So
he just lets it fly. Yeah.
We learn a lot about you on Sundays.
Do you? Yeah. So anyway, I used to bodybuild, and when you do competitions, you don't, when you're getting ready for your competition, like right before, you don't need any carbs. You eat pure protein. And so I ate a lot of chicken breast. So I ate my lifetime limit of chicken.
Yeah. Yeah. I know when I used to be 338 pounds at one time.
Wow.
And I decided to go on a diet, and it was like boiled chicken breast, and it almost ruined chicken for me completely. At that point, but all I did was I stopped drinking pop altogether, no pop whatsoever, and I lost 100 pounds in a year. I didn't do nothing else, but I mean, as time went on, I got more active because I lost some weight, or whatever. But really, I didn't do any well. And I also tried to stay more away from fast food, and I tried packing my lunch, but I still would pack 3 or 4 bologna sandwiches. So it's still I was eating the calories, but. What do you think, Waylon? Could you imagine me? I used to be a big old. I was a big guy, man.
How tall are you, Steve-O?
6 foot.
Oh, you're tall.
That's not that tall.
Can you guys believe I used to be blonde?
No,
No.
I don't think so.
It wasn't natural.
Oh, well, there you go.
I
Okay.
frosted my tips one time. I was like 14.
Was you?
You frosted your tits.
Wow.
My tips.
Oh.
Farmer's back, all right.
I was like, what? What does that have to do with hair?
No, man, I had blonde tips for a while.
Oh.
Yeah. He was doing the boy band thing, then with his harmonica.
Being the Backstreet Boys.
Yeah.
Waylon's back, all right.
Shit.
Something like that.
Yeah.
We called ourselves the Harmonica Boys.
There you go.
My mom had black hair. My mom was Italian or part Italian. So she had black hair. She had dark skin, black hair. I didn't get that. I came out a redhead.
I'll be back.
We'll be here.
I'll be back. We'll be here, and we're waiting for more people to come up. Call in or come up anonymously.
Yeah, my mom had black hair. Black hair. Can you imagine that? I don't have my mom's coloring at all.
It's like the reverse ugly duckling.
Huh?
The ugly duckling was black.
Was he?
Like there was a bunch of regular ducks, We find out the ugly duckling was a swan.
Oh, I didn't realize he was black. I don't remember him being black.
I'm pretty sure it was. He was a darker color, and the other ducks were regular ducks. Let me look. I'm looking it up.
I'm gonna look it up too because I don't know. It's been a long time since I looked at that.
Not dickling, duckling. So he was like brown.
Oh yeah, it's kind of a look dirty. Poor guy.
Oh, they found out he was not ugly.
No.
See, let's get down to it in the comments. Anybody, let me know if you're worried or you would be scared to go bald. Now, women, I could see that being a much bigger sort of like, not a bigger worry because it happens probably less often than men, I think, if I'm guessing right.
No, really, it doesn't.
You think it's about the same? We'll see. Let's look that up. So I would say I thought it happened. Male pattern baldness I thought was a bigger issue than female. Let's see who. Let's find out. Who?
One of the reasons. Have you ever noticed that women, when they get a certain age, when they get older, like 50, whatever, that they start cutting their hair short?
Wearing blue wigs.
Well, not necessarily wearing blue wigs, but have you noticed that they cut their hair short? And a lot of the time that is because once you hit menopause and you're not manufacturing hormones anymore, you start experiencing your hair gets thin, brittle, and you lose a lot of the density. And so you can't wear your hair long anymore.
What's everybody else think? I looked it up. Let's see what people think. Charlene, hello. Bean Dongo, come on up, man. Melody, hello. Hello, Devin. Hello, Rosie. I'll die if I go bald. Okay. We got one participation. Thanks, Rosie. Margaret says my hair is thinning as I age, but I'm not worried about it. Figure it's natural. Yeah. So what? Who thinks that it's even? And who thinks it's men? And who thinks it's women? It doesn't. It's not a competition. It's just happened. It's a factoid.
I think it's more noticeable with men because men are more practical. I don't know. Typically, I think we'll see in the next 20 years, like with your generation, men are more vain about their hair. They're more aware and they're more vain. But I think men typically, like up until
we have a new guest. One second, their new guest. I'm gonna put in share my whole screen. Yeah, we've got House.
I'd hate to lose my hair, but
I can see that. Yeah, you
I
definitely.
just put some Nair in it today, and it seems to.
Nair? Oh no!
Fluff. Good grief!
Wow. While you're talking about hair, I had to come up because mine's like a Drake song.
Where did
Started from the bottom, now it's here.
Where did you get all that fur?
I bought a bunch of beards on Amazon.
Oh.
Now you're picking it all out of your teeth. Wait, so they were all beards? The whole on top of your head and everything?
Yeah, it's this one's like the Amish beard. I just put it on my head.
How funny. I thought maybe you robbed a stuffed animal or something.
Right. I'm wondering. There are more questions now, not less. Like, what is the purpose? What was the purpose of these?
I was just scrolling for different things to like do on camera on live that would be funny. So one day every time like I left the camera and come back, I was in a different beard.
Oh, kind of like people that host like award shows. Right. Women have like 50 different dresses that they change into.
So you just we're like, this would be a good one. I was like, I actually really wanted you to say that like D has a thing for beards and you never could grow it out for her, so she asked you to go and like,
that'd be funny, but she hates facial hair.
Interesting.
I don't like facial hair myself.
Well, it is funny how hair changes things, like our face, but also like the color of your hair on your head, where women will wear wigs or change the coloring of their hair, and it really changes up a lot, man. It's like,
there was a lady that used to get her hair done. I used to hang out with a lot of different hairstylists. A lot of my friends like 20 years ago were people that did hair. And there was this one shop that I used to hang out at with a friend of mine. And she had a customer that would come in to get her hair done. And this lady had 5 or 6 different wigs in different colors and styles that she would wear for her husband. So that, and she would dress up with it and all this stuff. And I was like, interesting.
I see, like Keisha has a different color hair than her normal. Well, you have different beards. I am telling you that's for D. That's not for
Hold on. Oh, where's my hat?
Or for when he goes into public to like rob a convenience store.
That's the Abraham Lincoln.
Well, let's get back to the wig thing for married couples. Like, do we think that is a good thing or bad thing? I think it's a good thing if you want to like dress a little differently for like whatever you want to call it, foreplay or like just to keep some spice in the marriage. Do we think that should not be needed, or do we think it's like more than normal?
Wait, what? What are you asking?
Like you just said, the example of the woman having several wigs to change it up for her husband, like in the bedroom. Like,
what about it?
does everybody in the comments and on the screen, do we think that it should be unnecessary? Like, do we think that is a bad thing that someone would have to do that? Not like that someone would do it, but
I don't.
someone would. You know what I mean, Kasia? Go ahead.
If it's not like requested thing for that kind of situation, but I think everyone should be able to be open to that in their
As
own
long as
private time. But I don't think it
Right.
should be a necessary thing, and I don't think people should be bothered if someone wants to change up their hair all the time.
like the only way we can do anything is if you put this wig on.
Right, like
Here's the
okay,
nurse's outfit and the wig.
I can
Must
pretend to
have.
be your sister again if you want. You know,
Mhm.
I'm your sister. I'm your. What you guys seen that movie? Joe Dirt. She's like, it's like, oh, you gotta do it like this, and she's like, pretend to be my sister. Anyway, that's a good
But
one.
for someone who likes doing cosplay for cosplay outside of the house, it's fun being able to have that variety.
I think if you can color your hair differently, then you might as well wear a different wig.
A lot less damage, I can tell you that.
Yeah. You had to lift the heck out of the color out of your hair to get to do that color, huh?
Yep.
Your hair's dark naturally too.
It
I
looks
mean, I
hard.
haven't bleached my hair in a while, but it's been bleached for 9 years now.
Yeah,
Wow.
it takes
I
a
don't
lot.
cut it. I bleach it and then it trims itself.
Right.
What about extensions and weaves and stuff? Like those seem to be a lot of work compared to just throwing a wig on, you know?
They are, and they're really bad for your hair.
Well, it depends. They also have the clip-in extensions and stuff now that you can just have a little like
Oh, a little clip.
lift up half your hair and then it loops on and then you drop your hair down and it looks natural.
Those
They got
kind of
easy
extensions
now.
aren't bad. My friend that I was talking about that had the client, she used to do glue-in extensions, and they're really bad on your hair. They're really hard
yeah.
on your hair.
Glue in. Ooh.
Yeah, they glue
I mean, that's
in.
like dreadlocks and stuff too.
It's like what?
Having like your hair dreaded
Pat that
Yeah,
hair.
that just ruins your hair.
just ruins it. A lot of people who have to want him out, they have to like start from scratch, and that's
Yeah,
Yeah, the only way to get out of them is to chop them off.
real close to your head.
Yeah.
Stop.
Speaking of that, I have this student that I just love this kid to death. I had him last year. He was one of my sophomores. Just love this boy. He's just like, I don't know. He's a cool kid. Anyway, he had these fat dreads, right? And they were long. And he kept saying at the end of the year, I'm going to cut him off. I'm going to cut him off.
Oh,
And I was like, whatever. You're not going to cut him off. So fast forward to 2 weeks ago, I'm standing in the hall talking to another one of my students, and this kid starts running up to me, or running up to us, and I thought he was running up to the kid I was talking to, and so I wasn't really paying attention to him because like I didn't recognize his form. So anyway, so I'm standing there talking to this kid, and this kid runs up and he's standing there. He goes, "God, miss, you're not even going to greet me." And the minute he spoke, I recognized his voice, and I looked at him, and it was the kid that had cut his dreads off. I didn't even recognize it. I had to really look at his face and go, "Oh, that's you." He looks very different without his dreads.
I was gonna say that earlier when you were talking about.
Okay, bye.
Oh,
He was talking
that's crazy. I was just gonna.
What the hell?
I don't know
Stop
what
that.
happened to Dean. I just was joking, but I thought it was funny too. Finally made it. American shitbag in the house.
Oh.
Shitbag. What you gonna do? What you gonna do, Winnie? Shitbag.
No, I wanted to say, because you mentioned the thing about Did you say braids? Like
I wanted to. Oh, Dean came in and then left. I wanted to bring up the dreads. Dreadful was here earlier, and like, that's a whole nother thing, you know, dreads.
yeah.
It's a whole lifestyle to have them. I
Yeah.
mean, you have to take care of them, and they, sometimes they just get so heavy and
Yeah.
it hurts.
Where'd
Hurts
you
for me.
go?
I
People
touched too
pay a
many
lot of
buttons
money
and it kicked me out.
Stop touching shit.
Bro,
She was
right
like, "Okay,
before you
bye."
left, yes, I recycled that joke within 5 minutes.
And it's not any funnier now than it was
Hey,
then.
they had the desired effect. So you were saying something right before you left. I don't even
I
know.
was just saying, that's what I was going to say about beards earlier is when you shave off, it doesn't matter if you've never had a beard at all. Once you grow a beard and then you shave it off, you look weird. You could grow a beard, only have it for 6 months. And if I see you with a beard and then you shave it off, it looks like you don't got a chin. I don't know, your face just looks strange.
It does.
It's anybody with a beard.
I don't know. Joe tried to grow a beard once, and it made him look older. He shaved it off.
Yeah.
And he ain't had one since or ever before, so.
I've been growing this for like 2 years now.
Yeah.
I'm getting there.
My brother grows his hair like it naturally just grows in like the very Asian-y facial hair where he has the Fu
She
Manchu
said it.
thing that happens right here and then the little so he just has like this that can grow long and this. That's
That could
it.
be badass though, man. You grow that long enough. And I'm actually thinking about getting this braided. What do you guys think? I was talking about it last night. Get it like a single braid or a double braid. What do you think, Kay? Just split it up and do like the two?
If you can get it
Is
like
it
a
long enough?
Viking Nordic like braided beard, that would be awesome. It's gone
Like,
so
Get it like
far out of style.
Get it like cornrow down
Bring
your
it back.
sideburns into a.
Hey,
what I want
You
is
might as well throw some beads in there, too.
I want instead of beads, I want glass blowers or like some of the mechanic community make like pendants to put in my beard.
Hang them like in Christmas when you can glitterify
Yeah.
it and then any
put
little
ornaments and turn it into like a Christmas tree upside down.
I'll create an apparatus kind of like Mr. T did that I can just clip onto it and then I can just take it off. I don't have to. I can wash it really easy. I don't have to actually tie it all in there. You know, that might be the best one.
Kasia, do Asian people are they not very hairy?
Oh, here we go.
I'm just
it
curious.
depends.
Yeah,
In general, no.
like body hair and stuff. Because
They don't look like very
In
hairy
general,
people.
no, but I don't know.
I think that's something that can be inherited.
Well, did you see
you just don't see a lot of like Chinese people. Like I lived in California for a while, and a lot of like Chinese people, and I don't know, they had a lot of different Asian cultures there. They weren't very hairy. Like, and I was just wondering if they have the same thing with body hair, like Native Americans. Don't have armpit hair. They're pretty hairless. So I was just wondering if that was.
There's also
I'm not sure.
we said alopecia where you lose hair, but there's something else. There's another like there used to be like a circus act where the person there's a disorder where you have too much hair.
Yeah, that's
boy or whatever.
That's it's not trichotillomania. It's I don't know. It's trick to something.
Well, so the Google AI tells me that men are more likely to go bald than women. That hair loss can affect anyone. Oops, I'm going to do that. Go away, Microsoft. Thank you. Hair loss can affect anyone. What does it say? Okay. According to the American Hair Loss Association, about 2/3 of men will have lost some hair by age 35, and 85% will have experienced hair thinning or significant hair loss by age 50. This is due to a number of factors, including genetics, hormonal changes, and medical conditions. We don't really need to go too much further. But Google says, but it doesn't say how much. It doesn't say how much. Women, okay, about 20% of American women experience female pattern hair loss, but it usually occurs after menopause. Women hair loss often starts at the top and front of the scalp, so just like us, I guess, with diffuse thinning across the area and less noticeable thinning at the back.
Yeah, I think women more lose their hair like sporadically, like not like in spots. Like men usually get the widow's peak that just keeps going back. A woman like more thins out. You know what I mean?
Women
like
I
does
know
too.
after
If you pull your hair back or you wear a cap, that causes you to have a receding hairline.
Really?
and
I've been doing that.
if you get bald right here if you have it.
yeah, I've worn a hat my whole life, and right where the two sides of the hat sit is where it seems to be an issue.
Huh.
Is you rubbing your bald?
Well, it's
Yeah.
a good thing. It's a good thing I always have my hat in all sorts of I mean, it's just like half the time, like I move it all. Like it's not a hat that you actually like pull down and have it on. You know what I mean?
Well, you're also covering your head and stop like preventing the vitamin D from getting into your hair follicles. So.
Maybe.
I was at the grocery store one day.
I got a lot of hair though.
And I looked over at somebody that was talking, and there was this lady standing there, and she looked like Ben Franklin. I'm not kidding you. Like I literally thought I was looking at Ben Franklin for a minute.
So what did you? So this is what it's called: hypertrichosis.
Yeah.
Can occur in the entire body or
Wolfman. It's called Wolfman disorder.
Oh yeah. Or specific areas like just your armpits. That'd be crazy. Like you just have these like super
just
long,
hairy knees.
or just knees, yeah.
Hairy ankles.
Or the back, like you would be like the most made fun of kid at school.
The tops of your
if it's
fingers?
the backs of your hands, yeah, like the the tops of your hand, like your knuckles. And stuff.
You know, I don't really like how they say men lose their hair, like because usually the most bald men are like hairy everywhere else. I think it just relocates.
Yeah, it does.
It just migrates.
They're talking about on the head at least, I guess.
They're bald on the head with hair out their ears. Like, what are you doing?
Like, what if you just have sideburns and a beard? Like, that's all you can grow, but you can't grow it up here.
You actually, he's got a point. You start growing more ear hair, nose hair. You know, more hair in places that you don't want.
The bushy ear hair is
seen
kind of
that
strange.
hair finder spray?
The what?
There's like a spray that helps identify hair. You spray it on and you realize all your peach fuzz that you don't normally see and how hairy people are that don't look hairy.
Yeah, you reach a certain age and you start seeing that shit.
So I don't think she watches my show, but I went to school with a girl who had a mustache, and like she was gorgeous otherwise.
I bet you she had hormone issues.
That happens to all women.
Yeah, it's that
Good
PCOS.
Yeah, a lot of women
When
have
they're
like.
young, you'll be shaving the hair off their face.
Yeah, a lot of women have hair on their face. It's
all
just
the
so
time.
light that you can't see it.
Like twice a week.
Finding me what I was looking for. Like this.
And actually, if state comes in a facility and your females have hair on their face, they could find the facility for it.
Why?
Because it's part of their grooming.
Oh, the employees?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought you meant like the residents.
No, the residents. If they find hair on the female patients, they can give your facility a tag for it. Because it's part of their grooming for you to remove the hair.
Oh, wow.
Or even for a guy if they're not trimmed up too. It could be like a neglect thing.
Here's some symptoms
say
of
one.
excess hair fall.
Sorry, guys. The salmon is done. I have to go.
Okay, that is the code
Bye,
word,
Keisha.
guys. The code
Bye.
is
Thanks for having me
salmon is
on.
done. Have a good night, Kasia.
Good night.
There are some symptoms to excess hair fall: sudden loosening of hair, strands coming off in handfuls when combing, washing, or gently tugging, gradual thinning on top of the head, patchy bald spots, broadening of part or receding hairline, loss of hair on the whole body. Ooh. Itchy or painful skin on the scalp. Ooh, ouch. Did your head hurt at all, Bean, as you were losing hair, or was it like a very gradual type thing?
I didn't even notice I was losing hair until I wanted to grow my hair. And everybody else tell me like, dude, you're going bald.
You're like,
Well,
yeah, you get this whole plan. You're like, oh man. And then they're like,
yeah. Up till I was like 16, my mom wouldn't let me cut my hair. I had like a mullet, like I had the whole like 70s haircut. And then when she was like, all right, go to the barber, I was just like, buzz it. And then I bought myself a pair of clippers, and that's all I did. And then I did like the mohawks and shit. So clippers destroy your hair. Like, and I would do that twice a week for like 15 years. So
Why do clippers destroy your hair?
Ashley, what's up?
yanks at the roots and stuff. Like, it's
Huh.
especially like
Not heard that.
a kid doing it themselves. Like, I'm just running that through. I'm not a barber, just yanking out my hair follicles and shit.
Like dry and everything. Like there's
Yeah, no, don't clean the clippers. They're all rusted. Like, but yeah, if you buzz your hair a lot, that's one thing that'll make you go bald too.
American Shitbag says, my brother used to make fun of me because I was receding in my early 20s, but I stopped shortly after that, and now he's bald.
Oh, damn.
Dude, my best friend used to bag on me, talking about I looked like a vampire with my widow's peak and all this stuff, and he always had the perfect hairline. He'd go spend all this money on haircuts, and this dude is complete bald top. Like, yeah. It just all of a sudden went away. I'm like, yeah, how's it feel? Like, now I got hair.
I got more hair than you got. Yeah.
You
There's
wish you had my hairline.
Yeah, there's a wolf man.
Wow, that's crazy.
It's a switch. It's a genetic switch. There's like they were explaining. I watched a documentary on that one time, a long time ago. But there's like this genetic switch that turns hair growth on and off.
You think he brushes his face?
This guy's buzzing his face.
He has to do with hormones.
What if they just wore a hat on their face for a long time?
Doesn't it? Can you imagine?
It doesn't work that way. Oh man, make your face go bald. What if you're like in that community and your face goes bald and they kick you out? They're like, you can't. And you're like, what, man? I was one of you. Like, it's because my hair fell out.
Where would the receding hairline start?
Man.
Oh my god, look at this. That looks AI. Like some of these are probably fake. What's that, Kim? Evo, come on back up.
I don't know what the hell I was saying.
Sorry.
Sorry, I've taken a couple of hits, so you know how I get.
Oh, I didn't know. I'm proud of you. So this guy looks real.
No.
No?
There were
Make
these
him bigger?
out of Mexico.
Make him bigger. I can't really. It doesn't really go any bigger for some reason. If I click on it like this, it wants me to like download the image or whatever. I can maybe do like this. Yeah, it wants me to.
All right, that's just like I was like, all right, maybe.
That looks real.
Look at this guy. Stretchy skin guy. It says wanted wolf boy or girl for horror circus.
Can't tell parents where you're going.
Probably why
This
most
is-
men buzz it off because it starts looking crazy.
Yeah, like this guy here. It looks like he busted off.
Yeah.
Interesting. I didn't know you could. I didn't know they really could. Like this guy looks like he did it too.
I wonder if the CRISPR thing would get rid of that.
Like the laser hair removal.
No. CRISPR is that gene editing thing that they do. They're using it to edit genes. They're using it to edit like for certain genetic disorders and stuff.
Yeah, man, I'm kind of worried about that. Although I feel like it might be our way to making superhumans one day.
Yeah.
It is a little bit like playing with God, you know, or playing God. Just
Well,
like
they said that about Dolly too. So
I was just gonna bring her up. Fuck yeah, you're in my head. I was just thinking about that because the cloning was a little bit like that. Now, like that was how many years ago? And we haven't really heard shit about it since. You know, they got some island somewhere like Epstein Island where they're re-glowing, where they're like the big wigs are growing clones of themselves just to have new like to replace parts, just like that movie. I forget was it called The Island or something? They were being grown for their same like for the person that was original grew themselves a clone that had their imperfections fixed that they had problems with, and the clones figured it out. Wow, this
Why
guy.
would you want to do that though? Because you wouldn't be able to be the clone, right?
No, they would take different things from the clone that would
Gotcha.
whatever it was, like whatever they needed, a new heart or lungs or anything. Look, this guy must have had it rough, you know.
Nightwalker.
There's some old pictures of like what, you know, back in the day. They didn't have clippers, you know, so like this, you know, they had to just like Michael J. Fox it. What's this guy in here for? Oh, is he a researcher for it? I guess I don't know. All right, now we're
He
getting
grew his first mustache.
Dude,
He's like, I'm one of them.
Wolf.
I'm one of. Oh man, this is
Waylon.
what?
His last name is Wolf, and we did a search for
Good
Wolf.
catch. Good catch.
That might be
Turns into
stone,
a
but
wolf.
you know.
He turns into a wolf. That's what his thing was. Like, oh, not right now. It's not a full moon. And they're like, well, we'll take your picture anyway for Google. Okay, that's it for that. Let's get back up to the search.
What are we laughing at?
Which one are we laughing at?
The girl's ponytail or what?
Oh man, you guys are missing a bunch of this stuff. Okay, hold on. Let's zoom in a little bit. These are not what I'm laughing at. Let's see if it's. She's not the only one that's doing this either. There's a bunch of kids that had it. I can't.
Yeah.
See.
I
Well,
like
they do
that
a whole.
lizard mohawk. It's pretty cute.
They do a whole like fashion
Here it
show where they do wild hairdos like that.
Oh yeah, my son got designs in his before in the 49ers. 49ers emblem.
All
There's some
throughout my
hairstylists
20s,
out there that could do some cool stuff.
all throughout my 20s, I did wild like mohawks in my hair. Like I had them shaved like a
That one there.
lizard down the middle.
Waylon, look at that boy with the
And mohawks too.
lizard.
I've
Iguana
seen
or
this where
whatever.
they like buzz it in there though, where it really looks like this. Looks like they put coloring in.
Yeah,
Yeah, that's not a real one. Like the one I'm talking about, like they actually cut it, like buzz it
yeah,
in.
but it's cool. That's a cute hairdo.
Ronaldo, what's up, man? I don't like this subject. Why not? Everyone has to deal with it. Let's just like let's air it out. If you got grievances, if you got hair grievances, air it out.
Hair it out.
Leaf Cycle, what's up, man? Come on up. Let's share out the link again. If anybody wants to pop up. John Doe in the house. What's up, John? Rose, good night. Good night, Rose.
Good night,
Going to
Rose.
Hope you have a great night too. want to know is carpet match the drapes. Yeah, that's a good call. The carpet match the drapes. You can tell if they don't do their eyebrows. Like, oh crap, I can tell. I see it. I said that when the hairy face. Oh yeah, the hairy face men, the wolf people. There's these girls with like unicorns. Man, like, I had a rat tail. I had a buzzed haircut as a kid a lot. I also shaved my head at least twice in my life, like for like a period of a few months or whatever it was, where I actually was like a razor. My we called it bicking it. Using a Bic razor, except it wasn't a Bic razor.
Yeah, I did that a couple of times. I like my head like that, but it's just too much work, and you got to keep up with it. I actually bought this Nair for men, but I'm scared to use it.
This one.
When you went to the military, did they make you shave and be clean shaved?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I got some leeway most of the time because I could shave in the morning and I needed to shave again in the afternoon,
Okay.
in the evening, like to their standards anyway. Like I'm not saying you saw a beard, but like there was stubble there enough that like I should have, and so I actually would shave with the grain instead of against the grain because like white guys don't have to deal with it as much, but we can totally get ingrown hairs and all kinds of problems from razor bumps they call it.
You get shaving waivers for it.
Black guys have shaving waivers big time. They get razor bumps. I wish somebody was up here to talk about it, but yeah, like they definitely would get. They were allowed to not have to shave a lot of times.
Did you see where recently the DoD has is changing the regs so that certain people with certain religious things can now have beard,
Really? Interesting.
facial hair? I can't remember who.
It's all like kids. There's very few adults that do anything. I know adults have, crazy hairstyles, but I guess I need a different search. Like adult hairstyles. We'll just do that. Might be some interesting ones.
Look at videos.
Video?
And I've seen a lot of videos of like the wild things like that, where it's like they'll do like like a lizard, or like make it look like a drink, or like.
Damn, that's a lot. So like where it's actually like in motion, kind of with like lights or something. 10 easy hairstyles for long hair. So maybe go back to crazy hair.
Yeah.
People pay a lot of money for extensions. Crazy.
Yeah, well, they were talking about it, or you were talking about earlier, where you can just get that clip in, like the quick, easy install. Yeah, man, that makes it a hell of a lot easier. So something like this, Bean, we're not going to listen.
That looks like it's just like some
thing.
Kelly Clarkson wears those clip-in extensions.
How are you doing your crazy hairstyle? I am making a swing.
Oh, we're not listening to that. These look like kids in school. Oh, wow. Swing set in the hair.
I don't think those are school kids. Those are probably people that work in really high-end salons or...
No, they're in a beauty school.
Or doing competitions.
They're working on, maybe competitions. Maybe you're right. Maybe we'll read the title and find out. Crazy hairstyles is all.
Because you don't do stuff like that in beauty college.
Touche. You
learn basic shit.
Maybe they're doing it for fun. What the heck? Plants? Interesting. Wait, that's over with. Is that TikTok? I don't even use TikTok. No thanks. Just go away from TikTok. That's the ugly duckling we looked at earlier. Let's go with crazy adult hair. Don't want to continue with email. Go away, please. No, go away. You son of a.
Type funny hairstyles.
That's a funny hairstyles. That'd be good. These seem pretty funny. Look at this crazy
That
shit.
palm tree's hilarious.
Here,
Yeah,
hold that palm
tree's
tree.
pretty funny. It's like
You
an
could do like
island.
you could do a pineapple. Now that I look at it, you know.
Yeah.
It's a deserted island because they're.
Oh,
Notice
that's
how the bottom
cool.
of her
That
belly
is cool. Look at that
There's no brain in there.
little kid, just like she's gonna float away. You didn't put enough helium in a mom.
I know what's wrong with it. Ain't got no gas in it.
I like when people make fun of fake eyelashes. Yeah, like the picture where it's like, this is why you keep picking bad, crappy boyfriends, and it's like this is your view, and it shows like the eyelash across the camera. Has anyone seen that? It's a funny one. At least me. I ain't nobody got time for extensions. Yeah, you got enough hair though. How about nose hairs? Yeah, yep. I do have a nose hair trimmer.
I hate a straight nose hair.
Yeah, they can get rough. Like Steve-O was up here earlier talking about the stiff, like straight hairs, and you can poke yourself from all the way at the end of the hair, and that definitely happens with nose hairs, as long as it's braided. Ear hairs, I just buzz them out. I don't pluck those. That seems like it would hurt. I feel like it would hurt.
Plucking your nose hairs? Yeah, I've heard you can get like
Eyebrows
it can
too.
kill you by plucking nose hairs.
Hey, we got speaking of a nose hair, we got the mess in the house.
Dude,
What's up, Mess?
trying to get my screen to go sideways, but it won't auto rotate. I figured, hold on a second, let me see something.
Your
That's
screen
why.
identifies as up and down now. It's like, sorry, you
Not
can't
fixed.
make me. You can't force me anymore.
There we go.
The man of many hairstyles.
Yeah.
I saw the name of this, so I figured that's why you wanted me up here with my lush, beautiful hair.
I see. I knew this was a good topic.
It's my polar opposite.
Kim was busting my balls earlier about this topic, and I knew it was going to be good.
So
fact,
I was like, oh,
So go ahead.
Well, so Waylon makes this comment earlier in the chat, and he says everybody has a common experience with hair, and I said everybody. I said there are people that are born with certain alopecia, and they don't ever have any hair on their body.
Yeah.
Like 3.
I enlightened him.
is that what happened to
I
you?
knew this, but not that many. Go ahead, Mess. Sorry, brother.
I was just asking if that's what happened to Bean.
Well, maybe just partial. Some babies are born with no hair, but it's also normal for babies to be born with a lot of hair or in between.
I've never told y'all how I got my name. So it's funny because when I was born, I didn't have hair. I was born without any hair, and then
Like one of these babies.
for like, well, till I was like 2, I didn't have any hair, and then once my hair started to grow in, it was like super blonde, so you could barely see it. So my mom and all her friends would rub my head saying, "Beanie, beanie, jelly beanie, when's your hair gonna grow?" Don't ever make me repeat that. But
Wait, I didn't hear that. Can you say that again?
Your hair ever
It's
gonna
recorded.
grow?
We got this. It's
Yeah.
an hour and 5 minutes and 10 seconds. Got it.
That's how my son was the same way though. Like he didn't have any hair until he was like 5 years old. Like I think it was 5 when he got his first haircut.
yeah.
I
think that's why my mom would never, like, all my brothers were allowed to go to the barber like whenever, but she would never let me cut my hair till I was like
It's never
16.
gonna grow back. She was right. She was right. It wouldn't grow back.
She's like,
Yeah,
don't do
I
it.
knew.
Whole Samson thing.
Hair can be used for things too. Oh, touch my e-nail.
Yeah, it's good for birth control. Like pull it out and just get it on her hair.
That seems like there's a couple of hoops to jump through there first. I would say, let's go with in the garden. You can put it in your garden for different reasons. Like it can be a little bit of a mulch, but also
No, it's
can
got protein in it. It's good.
it deters pests or some not pests, but
Rabbits.
critters and stuff. Yeah, it deters like different critters.
Yeah, you knew you were going to get this when you invited me up, right, Waylon?
I mean, that's what we need a little more mess in our Thursday nights, you guys. I thought I would try a different tactic this time, so I'm glad it worked.
I'm pretty sure.
I'm pretty sure horsehair was one of the tests for the first tampons.
Horsehair was used for a lot. Is used for a lot of things, probably still. But it's
What?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
How?
Sew-ins, braids.
Well, use twine or whatever and band them together and see if it would absorb.
so they knotted up. They balled up horse hair to see if it
Gross.
would.
Can you imagine that? Ugh.
Horsehair is like brushes and jewelry, and they can make wigs out of it. I think.
Yeah, paintbrushes, right?
Like also, I think I had a horsehair boot, like a boot brush for shining my boots.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot of purposes for horsehair.
I gotta clean that stem out.
That's pretty gross using it as a tampon, though. I don't know that I'd want to do that.
I mean, they would probably clean it first.
Well, just off of that, would you ever use a corn cob as toilet paper?
No, but I've used rocks.
See, corn cobs used to be the
Cool.
number one way to clean your ass after you. Yeah,
Can you imagine that?
Yeah.
they're actually very velvety soft. If you take a corn cob, it's really velvety soft, like with the corn off of it.
It's got to be fresh, a nice fresh cob, right? You don't want that cob to be.
Even when it
You don't
dries,
want
like
it dried out, Bob. Hey, honey, can you just see this? Hey, honey, can you eat this corn for me? I gotta take a dump.
You just cut it off the cob. I prefer my corn cut off the cob anyway.
Oh,
Slice that shit off.
Well, it makes sense to use a corn cob because when you eat the corn, it never breaks down. So you might as well just put it right back on the cob.
That's how it has to work. Rubbing. Yeah, you rub it up and down like hot dog and bun style. Hot dog and bun style.
When Waylon first heard about this, he thought you took the corn cob and shoved it in the hole to clean it.
Yeah.
that's called being cornhole.
That's the pencil sharpening style, they call it. Pencil sharpener.
No, that's
You spin
That's
it.
not for cleaning, though. That's for
thought-
pleasure.
He
Waylon.
thought that's how you shuck the corn.
no. That's called cornholing.
I did it
Well, they
first
do
without
use
taking the
bun
corn
pan
off
to
the
shuck
cob.
corn. I could see the confusion when you got a bun pan to shuck corn, and
I could see that. Yeah. I first thought you just put it in there without taking the corn off the cob, You just give it the old seasoning test. But anyway, back to hair.
Buttery
I'm
brown.
sorry.
But no, I mean that's not even that far of a derail because we all have hairy asses, and now there's things like bleaching your asshole. Like who needs does that keep hair away or is that just a color thing? I don't get it.
It's
Well, speaking of that, the joke came up tonight about bleaching your butthole.
At the show, how would it go?
Now, on the way to the show, we were just shooting jokes back. Dude was talking about bleaching his dick, and I was like, yeah, I bleached mine because I was told I had a black man, so I bleached it. Now it's just white, but it's still 12 inches. What do I do with that?
Well, some guys need to shave because they could gain an inch or two if they finally shave.
Yeah, trim the bushes or cut it, just uproot them.
That's a newer thing. We think about pornography in the 70s, right? That's a whole joke. It's a whole trope of hairy bush or whatever. It's a fairly new thing, and thousands of years.
Bleaching doesn't have anything to do with your hair.
What is it about? What's up? Let's enlighten us. No
Anal
pun intended.
bleaching
It's
is a
enlightening.
cosmetic procedure that lightens the skin around the anus to make it appear more uniform with the rest of your body.
Okay.
Because I guess your butthole is like a dark color.
It's like your lips. It's the same skin as your lips.
I don't know. I can't see back there, so I couldn't tell you what
Nope,
it
but
is.
it is. They say it's the
I'd
same.
have to back up to a mirror to check
You
it
can
out.
pucker it just like your lips too.
I can
I
bend right
touch
between
the
my legs.
buttholes, and I don't know why you would need to bleach it, but
Right. Like, why does it need to be the same color as everything else? I thought it was a clean thing. It's like, okay, I'll lick it, but you better bleach the fuck out of that thing first. Like, like, whoa, I didn't wait long enough. It tastes like bleach back here. It's gross.
This whole episode was just so Waylon can find out about bleaching asses.
I wanted to enlighten everyone, if that's a pun intended. Enlighten you. Let me enlighten you about bleached a-holes. Well,
But you were saying earlier about just a minute ago about it used to be like a whole thing where like the Bush thing or whatever. It was a joke. The dude
thousands of
he
years.
said he was like it used to be like oh, you don't have no hair. What are you 12? Now it's you got a bush. What are you 12?
What are you? Or what are you 50? Or like, what are you like 80 years old or what, like old school? Are you from the seven? Like, were you born in an era that had a bush? I think that it was it seems more cleanliness now with the way we do things now, but I don't know though. Like, there were reasons for it. There's reasons for our hair, protective reasons for our bodies, you know.
Yeah, but that was from back in hundreds of and thousands of years ago.
More
That's before we invented jeans and boxers and underwear and all
layers
that.
of stuff keeping all your funk in
Like
there.
The man's genital hair is to keep his sperm count higher because it keeps it holds in warmth or temperature. I said warmth. It holds in temperature. I'm sorry. It keeps the temperature.
So it says here, good old Google, the purpose of pubic hair protects the skin and genitals from friction during activities like sex and exercise. It can also act as a barrier to prevent harmful bacteria and viruses from entering the body.
Oh, but it makes the sex better though.
Say birth control.
Taking it out of there. Gets
Pubic hair traps sweat, oil, and bacteria, which can help prevent infection. It's good for warmth, keeping your genitals warm.
Okay. That makes a lot of sense.
It's a safe floss. It's also a good floss.
Yeah. It's a self-defense, or it's a defense mechanism against chemical damage from urine, urea, and ammonia.
Timothy, what's up, brother?
Oh, this is funny.
Hello.
Pubic hair
Not
may
off
signal to potential mates that someone has gone through puberty.
Erica, what's up?
The odor produced by the mixture of apocrine sweat glands and body bacteria and hair follicles can also act as a natural advertisement to potential partners.
So wait, they're saying the
Hey,
pubic
you
hair
like this skank over here?
Yeah.
So like, smell or makes it smell?
It makes your own little special brand, little blend of
That mess funk.
The natural advertisement to potential partners is what it
So
says.
if I'm clean shaven, I'm just thinking I'm not putting off the right scent.
maybe.
Yeah,
not.
you need to grow it out and go out to the bar.
No, I don't. My shit's in dreadlocks, dude. I'm good.
Oh snap! That's a good idea. You grow it out, but you get that shit out of the way by braiding it out of the way. There you go. I struggle with I have thick legs and
I thought you were going to say something else.
I gotta leave something to the eye of the beholder. But no, like I rub my legs and like it rubs the hair off and it rubs holes in my pants because I have these like monster thighs, you know.
Thunder thighs.
Well, I did a lot of like I did,
It's got no thigh gap, is what he's saying.
yeah, like football and wrestling and track and cross country and all the things that I did to like beef up my legs through high school. It's like now you have to like really do a lot of just running to thin out your muscles.
He makes jeans sound like corduroys.
Yeah, man. Not speed walking smash me, no, man. It's just from walking around, man. Just from walking around. But like you get those ingrown hairs in your legs, man. Those fucking kill.
Those hurt.
Yeah.
Dude, I get those when I wear certain material shorts. I get them like right around the inside of my knees. Like,
you're like, what do I
Almost
got?
every one of these sentences are going in a different way that I thought they would.
You're like, you got a splinter though, man. You're like, is that a splinter? Fuck.
So I get them right around my knees. And
well, we talked enough about the genitals. We can move on.
like I get those. Yeah. So
Have you
comedy
ever-
went on.
Women shave, so we don't have all those problems.
I did some stand up at the American Legion tonight. It went well. My nerves aren't shot. I did fine there, so I'm happy.
Nice.
The crowd sucked, but I got a good plug in for Fire in the Hole.
There was 3 Korean War vets that couldn't hear sitting at the bar, and he says at the
No.
VFW, right?
No, it was just like last time. There's like the back half of the bar is just talking and making a lot of noise, so you can't hear in the recording too many of my jokes. But the people that were standing up front listening to my jokes, they were laughing and getting it. There are some people afraid to laugh at certain jokes, but like the joke that I'm gonna put online, or the end of my set I'm gonna put up online, you can't really hear, but you do hear me plug Fire in the Hole, and then I talk about the whole Bean's son, how he's looking for daycare joke, blah blah blah, and they really liked that bit. So like it ended well. The beginning not too well, but the ending it came up strong at the end.
So you're like, it was like, fire in the hole.
No, I'm saying that the set was good at the end. The set was horrible at the well, it wasn't horrible. It just wasn't on par. But I warmed into it.
I could see that. Well, I'm glad you're sticking with it. You need to make your way across country, just going to all the comedy clubs, and then like do a video journal, like live streaming, like every so often of like where you're at in your journey, and people can follow your journey on the map, you know. And
I gotta earn money to do that shit.
Well, you go from club to club, you know, like mess comedy.
Yeah, but you can't, like, you're only hitting open mics going around. Like, when I make it, I'll be able to do that, but until then, it ain't happening.
When you're
I
naked,
can't afford to do that shit on my own.
you say when you're naked, you could do that.
If that'll make me money, I was saying when I make it, but
Oh,
if
my
naked
bad,
makes
my
it, I'll do that. I mean, I did do that quite a couple times here on Fire in the Hole. I've been naked 3 times, I think.
Whoa, come on! You had green paint on your dingling. I saw that.
Not the last time. The last time I was drunk and I didn't get it all over. So the green screen didn't work all the way.
Oh,
From what I'm
no.
told. I didn't look, but I've been told stories about that one.
And he had to be like, "Hey, that ain't all of it. The green screen covering it, you know."
No shame in my name. I'm a grower, not a shower, man.
Well, like speaking of growing, like hair grows our entire life, even after we die.
Yeah.
You know.
But like,
Hair
but
both.
it may
Well,
be short, but it's thick.
Nails
Just like
are
your hair.
like hair.
Your
Made
nails
out of
too.
the same- Nails are made
Not
out of
if
the
you
same
cremated
stuff
it,
hair
it's
is.
not growing.
Lisa got me with that one. Well, the hair is made out of like calcium, if I'm not mistaken. Isn't your fingernails made out of like excess calcium?
Yeah, it's all your hair and nails are made out of like the mucus in your body.
How does
Good
that
night,
grow when you're
Sandy.
dead?
Your mucus is turned into hair.
Yeah, like that's the
outta
excess
here.
calcium it should, I guess. But yeah, that's what I've been told.
Okay, let's see. Let's find out.
It's excess keratin.
What is hair?
So how long does it grow after you're dead?
Thin strand of hardened protein that grows from follicle. Jeez, I thought I was saying folic acid. Follicle in the skin. Wouldn't it be follicles? Or follicle must be a plural too. Interesting.
Or would it be follici?
Folic eye, right? That's what I'm thinking. Something other than follicle. Or maybe they just didn't put the S there. In the skin, it's part of the integumentary system.
Yeah.
Sounds right to me. Dude, don't question yourself. Say it with authority, and we'll believe you. Just go.
You did say it right.
Integumentary system, and is made up of a hair shaft, and a hair root. Hair shaft. The shaft is visible part of the hair that sticks out of the skin. Hair root.
Yeah, it is.
The anchor that's anchored in the follicle and lies below the skin surface. I want to see a picture of our that close up picture of our follicle with like all those bugs that live, whatever that bug that lives there. You guys know what I'm talking about.
Images. That's all you do is click
it.
So I googled what is hair made of, and it says it's made primarily of keratin, a fibrous protein that's also found in skin and nails.
Okay, that's the type of protein. All right, skin and nails, so like the skin flakes that they're popping off. Let's see, what is the?
My science teacher said it's like the shit that's in your phlegm. Is what I was always told by my science teacher. I don't know. Is keratin in your phlegm?
It's good for your hair and nails.
I don't know.
That would make sense. That's why people just hop to a spit on it, right?
Spit on that thing.
Yeah, it's to reduce the friction.
It says, so I googled is keratin in phlegm, and it says yes, keratin proteins have been identified in epithelial fragments of salivary mucus.
He was telling me the truth, kind of.
Minor salivary glands.
Face mites, man.
Isn't your hair and your nails the only thing that they keep growing after you die?
Yeah, that's what started this conversation.
I think
I missed that. I was putting my son to bed. My bad.
I think cartilage might too.
Oh shit! Not mine. Mine's disappearing.
Look at the face mites, you guys. It lives in your pores.
Disgusting.
It lives in your pores. We've all had dandruff, right? Or like, what about lice? I had lice when I was a kid. They had the lice go through the school.
Those little combs, fuck that. Dude, your head would look like a tomato after getting those combs run through it.
Combs? Oh, the lice combs?
The lice combs. Remember the lice combs?
Yeah, that's like a dog's flea comb.
Oh my God, that shit, like, my head hurt so bad after that shit.
My dad, we fucking washed our head with kerosene. Fucking kerosene, man.
After the first time I had lice, dude, I had a shaved head all through school. Fuck that shit.
My oldest sister didn't live with us, and she ended up getting lice, and her mom shaved her head off. Like that, with no question. She came home, she had lice. She's like, shaved her hair off.
Oh, my bad.
But yeah, she had long ass hair, and she came home. She's like, I got lice. Her mom's like, get the clippers.
Tornado counter, bitches.
Get them. Yep.
It's making me itch over here, freaking me out.
You might want to go take a bath. You get one of those fine tooth combs.
I want to see the follicle with the bugs laying all around it. These are showing me like bad bugs. I'm talking about the ones that are just like always there.
What?
There's a bug that's around your follicle that's just chilling.
Yeah, he's eating all the skin away, so your hair will keep growing.
I think somebody told you a tall tale one day.
And no, it's a thing.
Dinner table, and your hair is like the centerpiece, and they're just sitting there with their little knives and forks and just eating up your skin.
Oh
That's
no.
gross.
Well, I'm gonna go. You guys are all probably gonna lose your hair and go bald anyway, so you're gonna probably be too old to even give a shit. So, well, man.
My grandfather
Bravo.
died with a full head of hair.
Well, hopefully I do too, but
Well,
Like-
you get your hair gene from your mother's father. So if your mother's father has full head of hair, you'll be fine.
I was just telling that to one of my
well, I'm
students.
just gonna give
today.
me a wig. If it happens, it happens. Peace out.
Good night.
Good night, Lisa May.
Good night.
I was telling that to one of my students today. He came up to me and he says he had cut his hair off, and he usually like keeps the top of it like really long and then just kind of, and he's curly hair. So he was like all, messing with his hair. And I said, do both of your grandpas have their hair? And he goes, my mom's dad is bald. And I said, you're going to be bald, dude. He's like, oh, he's only a senior. He's like, oh no. It's funny.
So who was it that said that it eats the skin away to let your hair keep growing?
You.
No, one of you guys said that.
I did.
Okay, well, you were very convincing on both answers. You're right, man. I should just start saying things like I'm fully sure about. So it says Demodex mites are tiny tiny 8-legged parasite that mostly live in your hair follicle and oil glands in your face, neck, and chest. As alarming as this may sound, they're generally harmless. In fact, they can even help your skin by removing dead skin cells.
That's one reason why they say not to wash your hair every day, because you're doing more damage to it, because now you're not giving them motherfuckers anything to eat.
Eyelashes too, yep.
See, y'all think I'm fucking brilliant. I'm a genius, motherfuckers.
You know some shit. Holy cow.
Are you a Sagittarius?
No. I'm the best astrological sign there is. So.
You're not a Capricorn.
What is that, a Leo?
No, it's a Cancer.
A Cancer?
Yeah.
Oh.
10 hair
Everybody
care
loves
habits that
cancer.
can damage your hair. Everyone loves cancer. No, get out of here with that.
No, Cancers.
Oh, my
They're just people. They're people.
Most of the Cancers I know are not people. They're usually very shy, introverted, crawl in their shell kind of people. Kind of like crabs.
Shell
get back in their shell.
They love hard and they know their people. They don't put up with, like, that's the one thing. They don't put up with people that are fake. Like they're attracted to people that are real.
Yeah.
And that's I'll tell. See, I was raised by my mom though, so I'll tell motherfuckers what I think of them. If I think you're fake, you're gonna know it. Like I don't go to AA anymore and I say it in the men's group because I don't fuck around with fake fellowship and fake fuckers. It came up in men's group recently. I was like, no, don't deal with that fake shit.
Well, snap. So you were there and you told them why you don't like it there?
I was at men's group, which is different from AA, but they were talking about home groups and this and that. I said, fuck that shit. My home group is church, and fuck these fake fuckers around here.
I mean, you might find like one or two people in the group that you like. You know, you never know.
Yeah, they come over and hang out at my house, and we do stuff. Like one of them went with me to the comedy tonight.
So listen, hey guys, if you are out there and you want to get in on the giveaway for the game night ticket, I'm about to get the likes picked up from the page. Waylon the Indoor Farmer. We got 17 people on the page. If you want to get in there, make sure you hit it. We got 10 people on Rumble. Cheers, Rumblers. And what do we got? We got people over there on Kick. Let me check because Kick is like, it's weird. Nobody popped through Kick.
I mean, don't get me wrong. AA is a great program for people. Just up here where I'm at, they're fake, and they're so obvious about it, and I just can't deal with them.
I'm in, Cindy says. All right, Cindy, and make sure that if you haven't got a number yet from locals or from the Facebook side, that I did put a post up on both Facebook groups for people to get numbers.
That locals thing sounds so much like an OnlyFans page. It's just when you say locals, you're like,
It sounds like a dating site. You're right.
it's like, dude, what, you get naked over there on that site? What the fuck's going on?
I guess I could. I actually don't think it's allows that stuff because that's otherwise.
Well, I know, but the name of it. I'm just saying the name of it. That's what it sounds like.
Any platform that allows that shit, they basically get overrun by it, like Clapper and everything.
I'm sure. That's like that Bigo site. That's like a bunch of 12-year-old girls dancing in their underwear. Where they're really.
I almost asked you to repeat what it was, but I don't want you to. I don't want to know what it was.
They have these filters that make you look like you're young and shit. Like I went on there and looked like I was. I looked like I was in my 20s maybe.
What on
like,
Snapchat?
No, it's called Bigo. I tried to do some comedy on there, but I couldn't get over it. Like Bean went up there with me one time, and I was like, "I'm too damn pretty for this shit." I was like, "It's just not right." Like it put makeup on me and shit automatically. Like I could not take it off.
That sounds crazy. Like
I was like,
it just sounds like a predator site.
Exactly. That's exactly what it's. Dude, they used to catch people pulling on it on there, and then go. It would say, what's it say? We recognize risky behavior. Dude, that's more than risky. Dude was yanking his dick. You know?
Wow. It's kind of like that chat roulette type deal.
Yeah.
Those always get overrun by wieners.
Wieners everywhere.
By wieners.
All those like random chat things, like where you're video chatting and you can just swipe to the next person. It's always just people with their penis out. That's all it is. It starts off cool where you can talk to people, and then after it being around for a couple like a year or so, it just turns into a bunch of dudes beating off.
Like I wanted so bad to go in one time and just be like, "Oh, that's so cute! Look at that thing!" But it would always say we saw risky behavior, and I couldn't get in time.
Dude, so during the pandemic, when we were all in lockdown, I was doing online dating, and so there's this guy that I met, and we were talking back and forth and everything, and then like through Facebook dating, and then we were in a messenger, the IM,
And you got a dick pic.
Mm-hmm.
And he calls me and he goes, so we're sitting there and we're talking, and he goes, "Do you mind if I beat off?"
He was courteous enough to ask you,
That's a courtesy. Like,
just
I guess he was into being watched doing that stuff. I was like, dude, like I can't.
Does he have to send you a consent form?
Yeah, like
kidding. That was a little much. He's got to wait for you to ask first.
Well, what the crazy thing is that he turned the light on.
She said yes. That's the crazy thing. She said, "Go ahead."
No, I was shocked. I was like, I don't know what to say. Like, I don't know. There's certain things that I'm just naive about, I guess. But he turns the light off, and there's a TV and all you can see is like him by the light of the TV.
All romantic and whatnot.
No, it's
like candlelight.
He was solid white. He looked like this white fluorescent blob.
This is how I get down.
Like, dude, I can't. Like,
by the light of Seinfeld.
Weird. Weird.
Dude, stop talking. You're getting me hard.
Too much. Too much. No. So
It's like, yeah, work
let's
was good.
okay. Speaking
Yeah,
of
I had a good day. You mind if I just like beat off?
Oh, dude, like I told him, I
Out
was
of
like, dude,
nowhere.
I want to talk to you, or I'm not like that. It freaked me out.
That's funny.
I was like,
Dudes are like dudes are pigs.
Yes, we are. We are.
It's like nice to meet you. I have a question though. Like he didn't wait very long at all. And that's
Yeah, I'm just so glad that all you could see was that white blob and you don't recognize me now.
Kim says when a man sends his private pic to me, I save it and send it to the next guy who wants a pic from me. Nice. What's up, Justin? He just wanted
I'm
to show
rude about it. People send me dick pics, like I'm mean.
That's actually one of my jokes. I don't know if you remember. I say, yeah, I just like to send random dick pics out every now and again. They're not mine. They're just random dicks.
You're the one. You're sending them out to everyone. You're like, hey, that was a different one than you sent me yesterday.
I'm like, they're not mine. They're just random dick pics.
Well, I had a friend. I told this story recently. I don't know if it was live or not, but I had a friend once. Well, we weren't really that friends. He was at a friend's house. A bunch of us knew each other. One guy starts telling a story where he gets paid to masturbate online. To a bunch of women pay him, right? And
I would love that job.
Yeah, but we were like, bro,
Hey.
those are dudes.
Why
Dude,
would
does he
you
need
say
somebody? Does he need an assistant?
Yeah, women don't pay him to do shit.
Yeah,
women aren't that dumb.
Those are men paying you. He was like, no. Wait, Sorry.
100%.
Sorry.
You missed that joke. I said no. I'm asking, does he need an assistant? I would love that job.
Gross.
Yeah, no. It's people sometimes they live in their own fantasies, right? They live their own truths.
Yeah.
So let me ask you another. Getting back to hair and dating. What do women think about men with long hair? Is that still a thing? Is that still in style, or is that like there's so many styles now? That's not even. I mean, that's long, but like,
I think it's all preference. I don't think it's like one thing or the other for like down the line. Everybody has like. There's women that are like, oh, I'd only date a guy with long hair, like, or like I like bald heads, or like I like, you know what I mean?
You have your like. I don't really have a type. I don't know if I have a type. Like attractive, not unattractive. Like that's my type.
What are you attracted to bald men?
I mean, some, but not all of them. Like Bean isn't too bad, but he's not fully bald. It's nice if it's clean and neat. Wait, is Kim going back to the earlier conversation? Never mind. I'm kidding. Like a long hair dude with neat hair. What if it's like you feel that the dude has nicer hair than you do? You're like, man, it's fast. But like you have like this competition between.
I'd be like,
honestly, if I had a good hairline, I'd grow my hair out long.
Dude, you're like
I would look dumb.
You're bringing up a lot of my recent jokes, Waylon. I just had this joke live with Bean yesterday. You remember?
No.
What?
When we pulled up Kelly Kuko's, or I shared the Kelly Kuko's page, and I was talking about maybe she'll bang me. I said, but then she probably won't because I got better hair than her.
Yeah. I was wondering where I heard that. I'm like, where the fuck did I just hear this?
80s hair bands.
Yeah.
Those guys.
Those guys completely like did the makeup and everything. They like went all girly.
This is like more hair than I usually keep, but I'm gonna keep like a little bit more hair on my head now.
Why?
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like the ladies dig it.
Oh yeah.
Because the chicks dig it.
Yeah,
You think you're gonna get?
I could not go as long as Mess. I'm not as long as Mess, but
This is the longest.
Your hair wouldn't do like his hair. Yours is too thick.
My mom would not cut my hair for the longest time. I was like 4 or 5 because
Mine's actually really thick.
it doesn't
Yeah,
look
but
that
I'm
thin. Yeah,
not the. I'm talking about the texture of his hair. Look, I'm over
I
here.
have very thick hair.
Yeah, the afro.
Yes,
It used to be curly though.
his hair is thick.
My mom kept it all got lost in the fire, but she kept in a little Ziploc bag a lock of my curls, and they were like a big, like these big loops of curls.
I thought you were gonna say she kept my hair long, but I lost it in a fire.
No, but she did keep it long because she
Like,
knew
damn.
she knew the first haircut was going to change it because it usually does. Our first haircut changes our hair.
Yeah, because you caught it all. Duh.
Brenda wants to know what I like. I can't. I don't know if we can. I don't know if I can.
I like short-haired women, honestly. I think a woman that can wear short hair and pull it off is fucking gorgeous, period.
I've seen both. There was a lady that worked at the hospital, a black woman that had like basically bald. I think she had like very, very short hair. I'm not sure if it was a reason or not, but she was very sexy. I'm like, well, I like that, but it just depends, you know. Like I think I don't mind a wig if it's something I want to do, but I don't really care. What's that?
My type is I want a girl that's like hot as shit but can't do math. Nah, that's usually what I go for, but
Hot as shit, but can't do math.
yeah, like a bimbo, you know. I'm kidding. It is a joke.
I was just in the hut I was just at. There was this black chick with these awesome ass braids in her hair, long all the way down to her ass, dude, and she was sexy as hell too. She was short.
Different. That would be hard to deal with, that kind of hair, because like it would be in, and let's face it, anybody, not just ladies, but anybody with long hair, I'm finding it now. It's like all over the sink. I might have just washed my beard, and I could brush it, and I would have a bunch of hair, you know, like it goes everywhere. The shower, like get out of the shower, and there's still gonna be hair in it. Like
I don't shed like you.
I shed, man. My beard sheds a lot. It's more of the beard thing. I don't think my head would shed like that.
When I had my big,
yeah, you remember? So women also have that problem with their hair because of all the brushing and everything, and they end up with the clogged drains, right? We end up having that problem a lot.
Or the hair on the wall.
Beard.
Weird what?
I couldn't eat anything without having a beard hair in my mouth. Like,
yeah,
that's one. Like, I would have to always like shave like around my lips and shit.
Like when you're eating pie, or you know, like.
I mean, if I was eating pie, I would just chalk it up to it was either mine or hers. I didn't care.
Waitress at the diner. Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Nice. Okay, I did get everybody on this wheel from X and from Rumble. We got 50 people in the house, guys. Hit that like button. Everybody. Go check out our friends on the stage. We got the Legit Bean Review Remastered group on Facebook. You got Fire in the Hole on Facebook. Go check out Mess Comedy. All right, let's do this spin real quick, and then I'm going to spin the numbers wheel twice. Bean, get in on that, man.
What is it?
I make a post once a week for subscribers. You can get in on Facebook or on Locals. I prefer Locals if you're still signed up on Locals. If you're just on the Facebook, I did make a post. It might be a couple like videos down in the group, but there should be a post for numbers.
I don't have Locals on this phone. It's on the phone that I'm.
Okay, just get on Facebook then. You're subscribed on my page, I believe.
What are you winning tonight?
This right here is a ticket for game night, but the wheel that I'm telling Bean to get on is there'll be 2 chances to win, and what I do is I give you 2.5 months worth of your whatever your subscription rate is. So if you're a basic member, I give you $5. If you're a pro member, you get $12.50. Super Pro members get $25 if they win this wheel. You get 3 chances to win every week. And so imagine winning even twice in 1 month. You just won, 10 months of subscription. So, or no, five months. I'm sorry.
What's the post say?
It'll say, I'll go there now. Sorry. It's on my Wayland the Indoor Farmer group for subscribers.
A group.
Yeah, you get automatically put in a group if you subscribe to me and you're on it. Let's see, Bean Dongo.
Look, he makes it all difficult and shit.
No, it's a Facebook thing. If you get subscribers unlocked, you automatically they create a group for you automatically, and your subscribers get put in that group.
But you don't know you're in it, so you don't know how to search for it.
Well, I didn't. He's the one that subscribed. I thought he knew what he was doing.
I just do it to support.
No, I appreciate it, but I also want you to make sure you get your name in the hat, so to speak, from Brenda. You want? She says the hat.
So I just comment.
We are going to be giving away hats. I already paid for hat. Yeah, like and comment the post. It says. I think that's all it says. Going down, it shows a picture of me with a FOOP shirt on. It says, okay, it's time to get a number this week, and it's got the dates. And I'll give you a number. I'm going to check to make sure everybody's up to date. Let's see. Kim was the last one with number 21, so you're going to be number 22, I think. Anyway, we'll do that in a minute. This is for the game night ticket for liking and sharing and going over to the Rumble and the X and all that. But Brenda, the hat, my Indoor Farmer hat, I just ordered 50 of them of various colors, and I'm going to be selling those for $40 each. If you are a subscriber, you will get it at my cost, which the hat's $20 plus shipping. Shipping to me is $80 for all 50 hats. So you divide that, you get a couple bucks plus the shipping from me to you. So you're getting close to $30 for just the cost alone. And then I'm also going to give one away per week or per month. I'm sorry, to my subscribers, and you'll get different, varying amounts of chances to win, depending on your amount of time with me plus your level of subscription. Looks like Timothy Martin may win the game night ticket this week. Looks like he did. Congrats,
Timothy.
Timothy is always showing the love. He goes on the Rumble and the X, and he plays on screen. And by the way, if anybody didn't know this, if you are locals or a subscriber at the basic level, you are still allowed to play on screen in the game night. You just won't automatically get a prize like you do if you're a pro member. Pro members automatically get a prize just for coming up on screen to play, which I think is cool, but it wasn't enticing enough people. So I want people to be able to play on screen if they want. They just don't all get that benefit. I'm going to do some more dabs. Where we at here? We're at about 10 minutes till. I'll do a couple number spins.
Yeah, I got to get ready to go, dude. I got to hop off here. It's getting late. I'm old.
I mean, I'll let you.
Y'all have a good night, man. Peace, guys.
Good night, Matt. Thanks for coming up.
Yep, thanks for having me, man. It's been fun. Sorry if I derailed it a little bit.
No, I mean it's part of the show, part of the appeal. And part of my job is to rein it back in and connect every single topic to tonight's topic. No matter what the topic is, it's being connected somehow.
Yeah. What did you say? Serial killers? They have hair.
They have hair. Yeah, like, exactly. Romans had hair. Like,
looked up trichotillomania?
What's that?
Have you looked up trichotillomania?
Have not. I'm gonna give Bean his number real quick. Trichotillomania. What is that? 22, Bean, number 22.
It's a mental health disorder where people sit there and pull their hairs out.
Oh, snap.
My aunt used to have like I don't know. We always thought it was a nervous twitch where she would like yank on her hair, and it would like she had bald spots because of it.
What
Yeah.
about people that eat their hair?
Ugh.
Like my strange addiction type
Yeah,
thing.
I don't know if they always also have an addiction to eating other weird things, or if there is a specific type of it where they just eat hair. But I know that's another one that's.
I've known a couple people in school that like always had their hair in their mouth, like chewing on their hair.
I had a student that used to sit there and pull her hair out in class. She was like almost bald. It's crazy.
Wow, just from like anxiety, being pissed off, or what?
I think it is anxiety driven. I can't
I would
remember.
imagine like nervous.
I don't know if they still have it in the DSM or not. It used to be in the DSM, but I haven't looked at that shit in a while.
Mess, what the heck does this mean? Paint your balls spot?
Bald
mean
spot.
bald spot? I had a friend do that. I thought he was tweaking. Oh man, just ripping his hair. Daughter has that, Kim. Erica has a daughter with that. Pulling her own hair out. Ouch. You have the disorder. It is. The addiction is specific. Okay. The addiction to what you eat on that. Okay. There's a name for that, where you eat things that are not edible. They're not supposed to be edible. From the old Larry King interview. Interesting.
So it's trichotillomania falls under the obsessive compulsive disorder spectrum. So my guess is it's probably anxiety based.
Mm-hmm. I'll cheers to that. I got plenty of that. I wonder if it's anywhere similar to like people who cut themselves, or I know that's sort of a masochistic type thing, but I mean it seems very similar because of the pain and the self-harm, you know.
Yeah.
It says here that it gives them a feeling of reward. They often feel relief or other positive emotions. And I know to some degree people that cut.
Weird. That's interesting though.
People that cut do it
out of implosion.
Predominantly do it. I'm trying to think if I've seen any more recent research on that.
I want to say it's out of like a self-loathing,
college, but
self-deprecation, self-loathing, self-harm.
It's to feel.
Huh. Okay.
So a lot of the times, people who are cutters are very, very disconnected from.
I see, Brenda. I got you.
Like they have withdrawn so far into themselves that they can't feel and stuff.
Yeah, it just allows them to feel anything.
Yeah. Because you have people
that was a bad there was like an epidemic of that like during like my generation. Like I don't think it's like as predominant anymore as it was back then.
I don't think so either. I think a lot of people are aware of it now. There's a lot more awareness about cutters now, like teachers and stuff. So,
yeah, there was like all the girls in high school were doing it.
Yeah. Well, I think sometimes people do that stuff to get attention. They're like, oh, well, that's what you're supposed to do or whatever. But,
it's the people that cut in places you can't see that you got to worry about.
Yeah. And there are those. I had a kid in my class last school year that had been a cutter. He hadn't cut in a while, but he was a cutter.
I wouldn't even be able to do it. Like, I couldn't bring myself. Like, cuts don't bother me. Like, if I get cut like randomly, but I don't think I'd be able to ever do that to myself.
I don't know. I can't say whether I would do that or not. I don't think I would, but I don't know what causes somebody to get to a state of mind where you would do that.
Well, if you can't feel anything, it's not your pain scare is going to be a little bit dulled. Like you're not you're being worried about it is not going to be as much. But like, it depends on how deep you cut too. Like my friend and I, we were stupid. We were like, I don't know, it was like 5th grade, and we'd take our scissors and kind of like trace our veins, like scratch just enough that it would leave these red.
Yeah.
And that's not really like cutting per se, but it is kind of stupid. What about, so like I don't love needles, but I don't mind them either. Like I can let it happen. It's not like I'm afraid, but I also have to watch. You ever give blood? When you
Nope.
give blood, like I can't help but like watch them, because I know that either they're gonna get it or they're gonna have trouble getting it. And I'm gonna have to watch them.
Yeah, I want to see the whole thing.
Not me, man.
I had a bunch of dental work done, and I told them I wanted to put a mirror up in front of me so I could see what they're doing.
Oh wow!
That I don't mind.
I
I
see it
just
all.
like watching my veins get poked. That freaks me out.
Yeah,
They have to shave
anything you're doing. If I'm awake, I want to see it.
I remember when I was a kid, I cut my toe off and my bicycle spoke, and my mom took me to the emergency room, where they had to sew it back on. So I'm sitting there, and the doctor comes in to sew it back on, and I'm sitting there, and he cleans it, and it hurt like a motherfucker when they cleaned it. Like I screamed. But after that, or no, it wasn't when they cleaned it. It was when they gave me the shots to deaden it. One of those shots hurt really bad. But anyway, after that, I was like, the doctor kept having to push my head out of the way because I was watching what he was doing. But
yeah, it's all interesting.
My veins poked, I can't. Ugh, I don't like it.
It reminds me of when I had when I got to sit there when my son was born with the C-section. Like that doesn't seem natural, like just splayed open like that.
I don't want to see it happen to anybody else, but if it's happening to me, I want to see it. If it's happening to you or somebody else, like, nah, I'm out of the room. I don't want. I'm good on that.
You want to see it because you're curious, or because you enjoy it?
Mostly curious. Like, what are you doing down there? What you got going on? It's
right. Like almost like a self-preservation kind of need. You're like,
yeah,
I gotta monitor this shit. It's my body. Like,
and like when I'm in the hospital, I am that probably is why I do it, because like I'm staring at it, making sure that they're going into the right vein. I'm telling them which veins to use, like where to put it on my arm. And dude, if I see a single bubble in that line, if I see one bubble in that line, I'm hitting that button. Come in here and get that bubble out. I don't know why it terrifies me. It's such an irrational fear, but like I don't want a single bubble to go into my vein.
Yeah, I remember when you were explaining that. Well, he explained it. He found he like did some research on it. Go ahead, Dean.
Yeah, I mean, it has to be, in order for it to actually do damage, it has to be at like 20 psi, and it has to be like a certain amount of air. But if it's even if the whole line is filled with air, and they start pumping liquid and that air goes into you, it's not enough to do any damage.
Oh.
Like it'll dissolve by the time it gets to anywhere that'll hurt you. But like I guess there was like the fear comes from if you take a syringe and shove it into somebody, like an empty syringe, and pump that air into them, it's gonna kill them because so it's like that's where the fear comes from, and everybody thinks that like if you get a little bit of air into you, you're gonna die, but I still don't like it.
So they could do it by hand. They just would have to really go like kind of fast with it, like
Yeah, they got to like hit that plunger, and I think it was like 16 cc's of air at 20 psi or something like that.
It was an old myth, Kim says.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so we didn't really talk about this much, but like going gray, going like your white, going hair, like people don't realize it. It's so weird because they look at me on my show and they think that I dye my hair because it looks darker on screen for some reason. There's like a lot of gray, and you can see it now. But if I go with the green screen makes it look really dark. It looks like uniformly dark at that point. It's like I didn't dye it. And I didn't set up the green screen like that either.
You go into makeup before all your shows.
Right.
Put on that touch of gray, or wait, what is that stuff called?
Touch of gray. That's isn't
What is
that,
that stuff for
isn't
men?
that like an aphrodisiac? Touch of gray.
I thought it was hair stuff for men.
Let's see.
Whoa.
Back in the day, it used to be Grecian formula.
Is a 1987 single by the Grateful Dead. This album of In the Dark. Okay, not exactly what I was going for there.
Hair color.
Yeah, just for men. See.
So you want to have a touch of gray. Wow, these are men that are envious of gray hair. This is this is interesting.
Well, there's women that dye their hair gray now.
That's
Like a
insane.
thing.
Where's this?
That's
So
how
there's
Nasty should do his white. Just go fucking white with it.
oh, I see. So it's actually taken away a little bit of the gray. Real guys, real results with touch of gray. Interesting. Like Hair Club for Men was another like a long-standing hair club. There's also have you heard of the Dollar Shave Club, Bean?
Yeah.
I've seen that.
Yeah, the Dollar Shave Club. And you can I think what it is for $1 you guys all meet up once a week or once a month, shave each other. And the money gets pooled in and somebody wins the money at the right. Isn't that right? Being the Dollar Shave Club, you meet up in an undisclosed location once a month or once a week, and you shave each other. You give each other a hot shave with the towel and everything, and then whatever happens. Just for men. That's another one. Good call, Jaskia. You're 63, Kim. So with the gray, yeah. Well, like if some people are like purposely going gray. She said she has a lot of gray mixed with blonde. Blonde and gray kind of go well together. It's hard to see it until you're really all white.
I got a little gray in my beard, but you can't see it because it's like not as dark.
You want to know something funny?
I totally do.
What color is my hair?
It is red.
Bean, what color is my hair?
Blonde.
It's actually, I'm a natural redhead, and my hair is turning this color. So redheads, people that are naturally redheaded, their hair turns white, turns platinum.
Saw it again, yeah. So I knew you said earlier, I don't know if you were on this, you had said sometime recently that you're a natural redhead. That's why I said it.
Yeah.
Brenda said your hair is gray.
Cheater.
So what you see here is actually not blonde hair. It's actually redheaded gray hair.
Redheaded gray hair.
Looks blonde.
I wonder why our hair changes color. Is it because we just don't have the nutrients anymore?
No, there's something in it that dyes. There was a big research thing that just came out recently on it. I was reading about it. What, Mimi?
Hair can change for a number of reasons, including genetics. Okay, hair color is determined by genetics. As people age, their genetic programming can cause an increase in melanin production, which can darken hair. For example, your hair can get darker. Yeah, I guess we know that from babies. Blonde hair is less than. Okay, that's not what I really meant to look for, but okay. Hormone levels can turn pigment genes on or off, which is probably where the gray comes from, which can cause hair color to change. This can happen during puberty, but also in adults due to other factors like age, nutrition, temperature, and sun exposure. Okay, so the sun can make your hair change color, like light.
Oh, yeah.
Aging. As people age, the number of melanocytes
melanocytes.
Melanocytes, yeah. And hair follicles decreases, which means less melanin is produced. This results in a lack of pigment, which can make hair appear more transparent and silvery gray. So that's why it's just lack of pigment.
Yeah.
Silver light look is actually an optical illusion caused by light refracting off the hair. What? Never heard that. Like someone says, "Oh, you're turning gray." Like, nah, it's actually an optical illusion. Sorry, you're falling for it, aren't you? You didn't know. It's okay.
Gotcha.
You didn't know. You didn't understand. It's external factors using hot styling tools like blow dryers, flat irons, and curlers can damage hair and cause its color to dull. Why does color change sometimes with age? Doesn't it almost always change with age? Like you might get a few more years than the next guy, but it's almost always going to turn gray and white.
Well, that's not necessarily true. I mean, it does, but like, let me give you an example. So my dad's family are all a bunch of towheads, white, blonde, cotton top people.
Towheads? Towheads?
Yeah, they call them towheads.
What the kind of derogatory southern
I've never seen an old redhead.
You never see?
Yeah,
you see always a redhead.
Definitely not.
Like with red hair, still like in their 70s.
Oh yeah, you don't want to have hair like that. In your 70s. You look like a clown. You look like Bozo. But anyway, my dad, his hair, people that are really blonde, like white blonde when they're young, a lot of the time that blonde hair darkens to like a light brown or a dark brown maybe.
Yeah, my hair was like really light when I was young, but now it's like dark. Well, it's gone, but never mind.
Now it's Mr. Clean.
That's come on up.
Or do you have stubble?
Yeah, it's just like down to a 1. I buzz it all the time, like every 2 or 3 days.
If you let it grow out, go ahead. Sorry.
You don't wax your head?
Nah. Like I said, I bought that Nair, but I'm scared to use it.
No, I mean like wax it, like shine it.
Oh nah. It's just
the whole Telly Savalas thing. You guys even know who Telly Savalas is?
I don't.
Google him.
Hello again.
Hello. Telly Savalas is like one of the most famous bald actors.
Yes, says she has a family of towheads.
Oh look, Ashley's in the comments.
Blonde hair. So, would you say you have dirty dishwater blonde, or is that not a cool term to use anymore? What's up, Trent?
Who?
How are you doing, man? Smashly. Smashly's kind of like a very light brown, but it was probably like she said here, had blonde hair as a kid. She said.
Yeah, it's like a lighter brown.
Like I have darker brown, but it's still definitely brown, not black. Like you definitely can see a difference when someone has black hair. Bean, why don't you just wax your head?
Just buff it.
Well, I mean, seriously, it takes a lot. It makes it take a lot longer before you have to do anything with it, you know?
Yeah. I'll just keep buzzing. It's a lot of work.
I thought about it and then no.
All right, I'm gonna do these spins so we can take this off the screen and do a couple more dabs, and then maybe we go. All right. Good luck, everybody. I gotta pay some people still.
Hey, Trent. Oh my God.
Trent, how's it going, man? Send me your Cash App. Trent had a bit of an emergency at his farm. The flooding happening, washing away all the nutrients that he had just, spent a lot of money on, and needed some nutrients. We need to help them out. Like and share. Thanks, Trent. We've already done that, but I do appreciate any help. If you guys are out there watching, please hit that like button. Share us out. Check out our friends on the stage here. 15 will run the Rumble. Cheers, Rumble. 52 people in the house. Number 2. Who's that? Let's see. That's going to be either Rose or it's not Perry. So, Smashley, we can get back into it for a second here. If you want to, if you have anything about hair.
Did I miss the hair topic?
Yeah, you kind of missed it somewhat, but if you have anything to add, like, have you ever? You said you don't would say after the like extensions or William. Looks like William won. William is our current game night captain, our current game night champion, I should say. William just won with number 2.
Congratulations.
I'm gonna spin one more time. Oh, I like this one. This song's a little bit different. Okay. Congrats, William. And we actually have, I should tease it now, we've got Ash Grows and Dreadful Delights coming up this Sunday to play against William.
Nice.
So I'm gonna try. I have another possible guest to come and play against those two, and that might and if they can make it, it's gonna be the Twisted and Mrs. Twisted combo duo. Actually, they want to play against each other, so Mrs. Twisted will be her own team captain, and Twisty will be his own team captain. William just got here. William, congratulations! You just won number wheel. And this one is the next number wheel. Let me see who number 14 is. William, you got some heavy competition this weekend. Margaret Jett is number 14. Margaret Jett with MJ's Baked Goods. Shouts out, Margaret.
So I have a question to ask.
I appreciate your question. Let's hear it.
You may not after I ask it.
No, there are no stupid questions. Only stupid answers.
So is this whole thing about fucking your couch a thing that guys do?
Whoa. Say what? I have no idea what we're talking about. Brenda, no, she's just
That was
quiet.
random.
She's being quiet over there.
Well, no, I just was reading something. So
You are
somebody
very
had
quiet,
like one of these political like memes out about Vance, and I didn't understand what the hell they were talking about in the memes. I don't get it. What are you talking about? And then they came back and they said that he was talking about in his book how he fucked his couch. And it made me remember my son used to say that like 20 years ago. He used to say, well, fuck your couch. And so I was like, it gave me a whole different world here.
Trying to think
Are you trying to bring this into politics?
No, I just don't. I just want to know, is fucking your couch a thing with guys?
Young boys find all kinds of things to rub their dinglings on. Okay, that's a whole nother conversation. I think the couch is fairly tame among other varying things. Like if you're just thinking, like spending some extra time in the living room, it's a little better than like all kinds of other things,
Well, because I remember him, now that I'm thinking about it, I remember him telling me that, I think it was him.
The Dave Chappelle.
Somebody was doing that with a vibrator, like a massage thing, and it electrocuted them. They had a vibrator and they were fucking the couch with a vibrator and it electrocuted them or something.
William said Women can use all kinds of different types of things across the board, cucumbers and all kinds of, and a man fucks a couch and it's headline news. Like, yeah, I mean, I think it'd be weirder to see a man fuck like tailpipes. There's a weird disease like men are like
tailpipes.
there is a disorder where a man is attracted to put his penis into any hole that he can. I'm not kidding. It's a psychosis, and I've
It's called self-control.
not on Thursdays, Cindy. Cindy, it's all about bringing us together over, perspective. Perspective over things. Or were you just?
It's a Dave Chappelle thing. Yeah, but it must come from a place like. Because, I mean, I remember my son talking about it, and now here it is. This guy's writing about it in his book. So it must be a thing that men do. I don't know. That's why I was wondering. Inquiring minds want to know.
Yeah, no. Like, there's a lot worse things.
Waylon, did you fuck your couch?
No. We had too many people in the house.
Did you say,
like that?
Bend over, baby. I'm coming in.
Look, I tried to have a discussion on sex, and we did this episode, and like no one wanted to share, no one wanted to come up. It was so sad.
Nobody wants to talk about their sex life,
right?
Have you ever seen the show Big Mouth?
But like their past sex life, though, not necessarily have to be their present.
Yeah, it's not that hormone, dude.
I don't know about that.
I don't talk about my sex life. I'll poke fun at shit, but I ain't talking about my sex life.
Didn't I have that hormone dude in that show?
Yeah, Hormone Monsters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hormone Monsters.
Yeah, there's a show called Big Mouth. It got the Hormone Monsters, but there's this kid in it that his girlfriends are his couch cushions. They like talk when nobody's around. They talk to him and shit, and like,
come here.
Alrighty then. I don't know, but it sure like gives me a whole new like going to somebody's house. I'm gonna be looking at I'm going.
If they got little boys, you're like, I ain't sitting down.
I got a man in the house, I'm not sitting down. It's like, look. Can you imagine?
Listen, I really don't want to make this a men versus women thing, but if you're talking about things like fluids being left around, I believe there's,
So, you want to come over for cucumber salad? No, thank you.
Or, well, if you have a young boy, like he's gonna do something. Like there was a show called The Umbrella Academy. This kid like falls in love with a mannequin. A mannequin is like his girlfriend. Like he takes her around with him and talks to her like she's real. And there's a dude who married a robot, and it's not even like a robot that can do anything for him. It's not even a sex bot. There was like in the UK, dude married a robot. It was like
I've seen that. People are weird. And what about those dolls that are like silicone dolls that look lifelike? Have you seen those?
Yeah, they have them like all like animatronic now. Like they all move and shit.
Your sex is gonna be like eventually it'll be a way to just for you to deposit your seed, and then there'll be like a dispenser in the sex doll for you to donate it, and then that's how pregnancy will happen. like the whole movie with Sylvester Stallone where they have sex with helmets, like these like this mind sex they're having.
Oh, I remember that. What movie was that?
Oh, Margaret sent you a clip. All right. Well, Margaret, is it on YouTube? What? Sheep Herders has the best job.
Ugh.
Well, speaking of sheep, though, we use animal hair for a lot of things. Why is it that we don't save human hair and like fill pillows with it or something? I don't know.
Why don't we fill pillows with hair?
Why don't we use human hair for things? Besides like the garden, like I said earlier, you can put it around your garden and it's good for different things.
Probably because people are busy using it on their head.
I'm talking about hair salons, Kim, places where there's piles of human hair. Come on.
Well, what are you gonna do? Have you seen how much hair they sweep out of those salons? Like I used to help my friend clean her salon at the end
What
of
I
the
mean,
day sometimes. Holy shit.
back up, Trent.
Yeah, what can you do with it? Or same thing you can do with like other hair, right?
Yeah.
Okay, Margaret, I'll check it out.
But the thing is that most human hair that people cut off is not that long.
Right, but like that kind of hair, I feel like could be good for mulch, you know? I'm gonna use it. I want to use it for worms.
In your gardening. If you're gonna put a plant in a pot or whatever, like I've been collecting cat hair and dog hair. I have a bag that I keep it in, so that whenever I'm gonna bury it in my soil because it's protein. It's a good thing to put in your plants.
Margaret, I don't want to play this in case I get copyrighted for it, but it's a skit from Charlie Murphy's True Hollywood Stories. Rick James, Chappelle Show. It's a good one. Talk about fucking a couch. Okay. I'm sure every type of furniture with a cushion.
God, it just gave me a whole new disgusting thing. Like I'm already a selective germaphobe, dude. And just the whole thought of that is like, oh my God, I don't know if I'll ever be able to go into anybody's house again. It has just, I don't know. It's like, oh my God.
You're like, I'll sit on the floor, thanks.
I'm going to pull the cushions apart, you know, where they come together. I'm going to pull them apart and look, see what's on them.
Red
Like,
them cushions.
let me check this out before I plant my butt.
You bring your own. What you do is you bring your own cushion with you everywhere.
Right.
You just set it down.
I had this friend a long time ago that her mom.
Fifi's in heat.
Fifi's in heat. So one of the things about the Mexican culture, at least around here, is that they're, especially the old school Mexicans, are very, very cleanly. They're like, they bleach the shit out of everything. And so we would go to her mom's house and she says, I'm going to warn you before we go in my mom's house that my mom, when you get up from the chair to leave, she's going to bring out the bleach bottle and wipe it down. And she says she does that with everybody, so don't get offended. But yeah, sure enough, man, you'd stand up to leave and she's over there with the bleach bottle wiping down.
It would make it funny if it was like literally like as you're standing up, like you were about to sit right back down.
She's waiting.
You look and you're like, you move just a little bit, like
you leave yet?
Like
no?
you're trying to,
I wait.
You're trying to steal the base. Remember in like yard baseball or whatever, you're trying to steal the base. Make it to the door. Oh, she's gonna get it.
It's funny though, but I think about that every time I go to sit down on the toilet at work. You know, because I work at a high school, and some STDs are communicable like that. You can sit on them and get them. So I always think about that.
Bring a wipe with you.
Huh?
Bring a wipe with you each time.
No,
like Clorox wipes.
Hover.
Can you imagine getting
Hover,
an STD from sitting on a toilet paper? I mean, sitting on a toilet seat and then having to explain that?
Imagine getting pregnant.
Oh, yeah. I don't know how you're going to get pregnant off a toilet seat. That would be an interesting way to... What the hell are you doing with the toilet seat if you're getting pregnant off of it? What do you...
And what kind of diseases are coming after?
I mean, like you just accidentally sit down in a puddle. And oh, what is that? Oh.
You straddle in the toilet seat.
You could like hover over it.
How are you going to get pregnant from sitting on a toilet seat?
I mean,
What? It would have to be like real quick.
far back. Maybe.
They'd have to be really good swimmers. They'd have to like jump up.
Yeah, they'd have to be like frogs or something.
I don't.
Because you do know that pregnancy doesn't come from like absorbing something into your skin.
Just the tip.
Osmosis.
Oh my
That's
God.
the funny thing about hair with babies, though. People want their baby to have full heads of hair. It's a beanie. His hair will grow soon.
Have you ever seen some of those baby pictures out there where these kids have like this like crazy ass thatch of black hair or something? It's like,
No, like reverse alopecia, like this big.
it's like they've got
hair.
a rug up there. It's crazy looking sometimes.
The guy
My mom said when I was born.
That's how it happens, Barry.
My mom said when I was born, so she had a really bad labor and delivery. She didn't fully dilate, so I was bruised from head to toe, literally. But she said when they first brought me in to see her, she said that I wasn't her baby, that I was there was a black lady that had delivered a baby at the same time. And so she said that I belonged to the black lady until she saw my red hair. And she said I had this thatch of red hair that stood up straight. But I had black skin.
You had red hair when you were born?
Yeah, I'm a natural redhead.
It's like Black Irish.
Black Irish. Have you had any Irish in you lately?
Is anyone else? I'm not looking at her. You guys.
Huh?
What?
That was actually a really good Irish accent. Do it again.
Bean said something?
No, Kim.
Have you had any Irish in you lately?
Yeah.
So I'm not looking over in her direction, but she's staring at me right now.
Show her the camera.
She's staring and staring. Let's see, can I find her over here too?
You want something?
She just wants me to stop talking to the TV. She's like, Dad, we'll get you help.
Are you just standing there talking to nobody?
Dad,
There's nobody here. There's never anybody here when you're talking.
I shared a video out a little while ago from my Facebook of these kids at a gorilla exhibit at a zoo. And they're sitting there with the iPad watching it. And then they start showing it to the gorilla. And the gorilla is like all into whatever the hell's playing on the thing. And then he's sitting there. And then eventually he lays down and he's like looking at it like that. It's funny.
Oh no, they're getting the gorillas hooked.
Yeah.
And in the stall. The crabs. Oh, the crabs can jump. Yeah.
Yeah, it's not just crabs. It's I think it's gonorrhea you can catch off the toilet seat.
This is a poem, though. William wrote us a poem. When you come in the bathroom, stand in the stall. The crabs in here can jump 10 feet tall.
Gross.
Cheers.
Not the
Alan.
crabs that stick around, I hope.
Not the ones that keep on, the gift that keeps on giving.
Keep on keeping on.
Hey, maybe we could boil these and have crab legs.
Gross.
Not that kind of crab.
It's not the crabs I thought I was getting invited for.
Yeah, crabs are a hair thing, right? A hair STD or just a skin STD?
I'm pretty sure
They're
it
like
is.
lice
Actually.
or something.
Listen, I think it is a hair thing.
Yeah, it is. They're like lice or something.
Full circle.
Look at that little handful of hair down there. That's gross.
Mia. Come here.
Hair detached from the body is extra gross. Why
Like
is that?
hair that gets peeled off?
Yeah, like if you're in the shower and you have like that chunk of hair sitting there, it's gross.
So that's what I brought up earlier. That women.
Crabs are pubic lice.
Pubic
Ew.
lice.
Yeah, that's gross.
Okay. Pubic lice. Yeah, I
Parasitic
didn't like that.
insects that can infest pubic hair and other body hair and are often spread through sexual contact.
Often, but sometimes they jump 10 feet tall inside the bathroom stall.
Right? They are different from head lice and body lice.
Ugh.
See how things keep coming up for the topic, Bean? See how that works?
Crabs feed on blood.
Although we're in the after show now. I'm ready to go whenever you guys are ready. We got 20 people hanging out, guys. Thanks again. It's been a hell of a hairy show. What'd you say? Crabs have pedo lice? What'd you say just now?
They eat blood.
Oh, crabs eat blood. That's why. Oh, it gets that. That's what it gets all itchy, probably.
Yeah.
Crabs are like lice. It's not bad to have them. It's bad to keep them.
I don't even want to have them. I don't want to have
Right.
them. I don't want to keep them.
I'll agree with that. I don't want to have them either, but definitely would not want to keep them if I had them. So there is that.
That's why it became popular to shave. That's what MJ said.
Makes sense. That's nasty.
Ugh. Ugh.
Starting to itch over there, I see.
Yeah, it's like ugh. Got the
I'm not gonna
heebie-jeebies.
lie, man.
But of the STDs, it's probably the least to worry. Like, you know what I mean? Like, if you're gonna get one, you can get rid of that real easy.
Yeah,
That's just bugs. Like, the other ones are in you.
yeah. The other ones you gotta take medicine to, and some of them will kill you.
Yeah.
Like, what is it? What's the one that killed? What's his name? The Al Capone.
STDs next week's topic, everyone.
Chlamydia.
No,
It
he had
drove him crazy.
huh?
Or no, is it chlamydia or syphilis?
Syphilis.
Syphilis.
Syphilis,
Drove
if you
him
don't catch it,
crazy.
it'll go to your brain and it'll kill you.
Yeah, he refused to get treated, and he just went like fucking like
You went
crazy
crazy
for a
because it
while.
goes to your brain.
That's what killed Alexandria the Great, or Alexander the Great. Sorry.
Chlamydia and gonorrhea, I don't know what they do to men, but women that get chlamydia or gonorrhea that don't get treated for it, it ruins your reproductive organs.
They get gonorrhea. Don't get angry, John Doe. Well, he's angry because he can't find the female turtle. You know, so like turtle will do turtle things with.
Am I not turtly enough for your turtle club?
I knew it was coming from someone.
Yes, every time. Always bring that up for sure.
Be careful, you don't want to catch the HEPA, Ghana, Sypha, Herpa, AIDS.
Oh right, the Hepagonicyphilus Yeah.
What the hell is that?
Supercalifragilistic.
Hepagonicyphilus.
Everybody has a different way of saying that.
Yeah,
I've heard it different from every person I've heard it from.
What is it?
It's
It's
just
just a random
it's
big,
a way to combine as many as you can.
yeah, purple episyphilitis.
Oh,
Yeah.
I guess the HEPA must be hepatitis.
Yeah, or it's usually herpagonicyphilades is what I say. Herpagonicyphilades.
Ooh, could you imagine getting herpes? Like, I don't even get colds.
All right, Kim. All right, listen. We want to talk about STDs next week. Put that in the hat. We'll see if we draw it out. But that's just
Sorry, it started with fucking your couch and went to
the couch. You're not gonna get the couch is not gonna get an STD from you guys. So don't worry. Actually,
no.
maybe crabs would survive on the couch. But, just don't leave a bunch of food crumbs in there. You'll be fine. Speaking of food crumbs, I think I'm gonna go get something to eat. This is getting too crunchy of a topic for me.
Have some crab legs.
Yeah,
I need a shot of penicillin just talking about it.
Feast on crab.
One of my favorite episodes that we did that actually I think it had a pretty good showing as well. Food. episodes about food get. I mean, like I don't remember what we talked about exactly. Maybe I'll have to rewatch it, but we definitely need to talk more about food because like everybody loves food. And we talked last night a little bit about it. Ashley was there, Kim was there. That guy was like intense a little bit. He's a great he's a great guest, but very matter of fact on certain things. Like, well, I think it's a little different for everybody. You know, he's a carnivore. Being this guy was like only, you know, meat and fish and eggs, and it's like you did that for a long
The only
time.
thing that I have about that, like I was wondering, and I'd like to talk to him more, is, you know, how that eating just meat, how it impacts your gut health.
He says it makes it better. I don't know.
I don't know how. Though.
I did do it. It was nice. It was, but I don't think I could do it for a long period of time. I know some famous people that do it, like Jordan Peterson, for example.
Well, he did it for health reasons.
Right.
I did keto for like 2 years, and my body felt amazing on keto. Like I didn't have any inflammation whatsoever in my body.
I think everybody's body is different. Like there's people that like need to do certain things to like either keep their fitness or like me, I can't gain weight to save my life. Like everybody's body's like built different, so
yeah,
depending what you're doing to it might affect you different than it affects me.
I think Bean should try it out. Yeah, I think everyone should figure out what their body's type is as far as what because everybody has a different sort of range on how much they can digest vegetables and how much they can't. Plant matter, I should say.
Actually, well, and as you age, your body changes on stuff like that too.
Good call there. Yeah.
I used to be like nothing but meat and pasta. Like I never ate, like 100% I didn't eat a vegetable until I was like 25. Like even when I was a kid, as far as I can remember, like I'm sure my mom as a baby fed me like squash peas or something like that. But as far as I can remember, if I didn't want to eat it, I didn't have to eat it, and I never touched a vegetable. Mm-hmm. And then I started trying vegetables, and I'm like, I've been missing out. What the fuck? like a lot of this stuff's good, but now I'm like, I don't really like meat. Like it's something about it. Like it makes me feel like sick eating it. Like,
I go through periods like that in the summertime, especially where it like grosses me out. I'll bite into it and it's like,
like I gotta spit it out. I can't do it.
Yeah.
Wait, what was it?
Meat.
Yeah, like a piece of beef or like a piece of steak or something that's like medium or something, or like a chicken. Like sometimes chicken, if I bite into it and like think about it, I'm like, it's gross.
Yeah, I have that problem. The worst is in the summertime. Like, I don't know what it is. It's weird. Every year I go through about this time of the year. I just can't. I have a hard time eating meat.
Guys, I have the opposite problem. I have this thought as I go down with the fork, as I bring the fork down and I plunge it deep inside the broccoli. I think, what about the broccoli's children? What about that broccoli's, family? What if that broccoli
I don't even think it's like that.
Or like what if, like, I imagine eyeballs on each little piece of veggie as I stab through it.
You're a weirdo.
Drown it in its own sauces and other things, and then I just crunch on it, and I think that poor plant. Kim says,
I don't even think it's like worrying about the animal. It's just the fact that it's like it's like meat. Like I don't know. It's weird.
Yeah, no, I understand because I go through that, and it's not. The only time that I go through that is in the summertime. And I don't know what it is. I really don't.
Veggie Tales, yes, that's what I'm talking about, Jaska. Yes, so it's like you think of Veggie Tales every time you go to eat those poor things. I feel bad about Tuesday's show. I actually was. I went to an event that was a vegan, like plant-based event, and like a couple times on the show, I was like, all right, stop. I gotta stop. Like, I gotta disagree with them here and here. And it's like, I don't know if they watched it or not, but I'm guessing at least some of them maybe have found it by now. And it's like, oh no, because I was totally like, I'm like, this is not right. If you go vegan to save dogs or not dogs, I mean to save animals, that is not the right reason to go vegan, because it doesn't do that. It might save the like slaughtering of like mass produced animals, but us mass producing animals in a way is better than us killing off different natural species.
Yeah, I forget it. Was it that wrestler dude was talking about it? He said, in order for me to have a steak, one cow has to die. In order for you to have your beans, every animal in that farm has to die.
Mm-hmm.
Like every animal in that field, every
right,
bunny, every
bug,
yeah.
every like good organisms, like all the
yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Jesse Ventura, that's what it was.
I'm just asking questions. I do that every time. It's always fun. I remember
don't eat beans.
No beans?
I can't stand the way they feel in my mouth.
Oh. Okay.
I have to be in the mood for them.
I think we're on to something. We should talk about some food next week for some reason. I don't know what our angle will be. We'll just say food again. I can do the same. I, for some reason in my head, don't think I can do the same exact topic twice ever. I have to come at it with a different sort of angle or take.
Factor.
But I don't think so. I think we can just go with food. We did talk about like the most dangerous foods last time, like poo soup and stuff like that. But we can maybe steer away from that shit, no pun intended, and go to like some other things. I don't know, who knows. Like empanadas. Have you tried these? Oh my god.
I like meat empanadas.
Yes, with meat for sure. All these chicken farms are becoming infested. Oh yeah, the bird flu that's been getting in the chicken, all kinds of diseases known for California. Yeah, I've been seeing that too. Bird flu's now gotten into like swine or cows. I can't remember what it was.
Epidemiologists have been watching bird flu for at least 20 years maybe even 30 years that I can remember, because it's a terrible, terrible flu that has the capacity to wipe out humanity. So they've been watching it for a while to see, because if it jumps into human species,
it's going to be another one. They're waiting. It'll jump. I think, honestly, it's not an exact science, right, Bean? But I think if we see it happen, it'll jump around November 3rd or 4th, this year.
Yeah, I hear about it every year.
That's when it'll jump into humans. No, maybe a week or so before that.
No, it's going to jump into an animal first. It'll probably most likely.
You know what I'm saying?
Jump to pigs.
Yeah. Sorry, Kim. Go ahead.
It's probably most likely before it gets to humans, it'll jump to pigs.
I think November 3rd, November 5th, something like that.
Yeah, I don't know if it'd be right on November. It'd be like November
1st.
October, not like by Halloween. Don't let your kids out this year. October surprise, right? Mama Rochi. Mama Rochi, how was your show? We had Master Rochi and Mama Rochi. They do the Thursday night show. We need to get together and figure out how we can change time a little bit and get you two up on People in the Boxes every week would be awesome. I'm looking to really get some of the spots filled and maybe have so many spots filled where people can like rotate in and out as like every so often. Yep, the voting sickness. Yeah, it's gonna be bad. It was good, she said. Yeah, we go live at the same time. It's unfortunate.
All right, the salmon's done. I gotta get out of here.
Yeah, I'm gonna get out too, but yeah. Thanks a
that
lot.
was the code word, right?
Yeah.
Are you having beluga tonight?
Or what was the code word?
As Acacia said, he said it's a code word.
The salmon's
done.
I thought you said Simon is done.
I'm no, the salmon's done.
Man, not what is he talking about? Anyway, go check out Smashly tomorrow night, 9:00 Central Time. and you'll see Kim on Sunday at 2:00 Central Time, and you'll see me on Sunday for game night. I swear I'm gonna clean up the game this time. Everybody was complaining because there was too many people dancing on screen. There was too much motion happening. There's like 18 people on screen just dancing away. There's one guy doing the fucking disco thing, and I don't even know what that's called, but it's a thing, you know. Anyway, good night, everybody. Yeah, John Travolta. Remember, it's all good and fun, but we need each other in the end, right? So everybody have a good weekend. Be safe. Peace.